ye ho na teye na emum ye ma ye man ho hia yen tie nkomo yie owura bi ene to odwan ana otonwan oba ne bema e de ma ne wo faase se otu kwan akwa aba wo faase no hwenwan no se de be ya wo be dore wo be wo no adore ne nkaja watimi aton bi e de ahwe ne ho na sakoye business ama no wo fa no da ne ho okoya na wo faase yi ekum nyan mienu no ewe ye okum wo mo wi ye na wo fa no ba ya obisa se ne ba ne sen asem abrante ne ka che ne wo fa ne se wo fei mikun wo mo wi se ne be ya menya hoden na media hwe me ho media dwendwen me daache because uma me nwan no wa ma me sika nka ho wa ma me sika me fanto aduane sika me fanto aduane eni na me fanto bi mamwa no we ya asem sebe o na tie Omampeni John Dramani Mahama Ederson da yese obeboa magana timemufo ye ho ahenha ye ntino ode nkokon nketenkete ade a ofre ne nkokon nketenkete eba oto nkokon ma e de magana fo na ya yen wo mo ebi tu kosua na ebi ewo na ye pai na ye yen bebre na edoso na se wonya poultry farm o fie enti bro nya dura ana edu occasion bi a ubetimi aton nkokon ni bi nkosua no so ubetimi hye bi ne waton waso udi bi na woton bi womu twa sika abani twa 240 million Ghana cedis ene di shemu ewi echie no Ministry of Agric ese woma spend 344.9 million ena e was project ni mu na tie enkokoyi ebe to ama wapai na womo aye nkokoma enyinyini abeye bebre ama yetimi aton bi anya sika wie Bible we kai me eye parable e wo Bible the parable of the talents enipa miensa ema talent no obi di ne de ko hye boase obi sisi ode koye adwuma enya mo eye mo ho miensa obi si onya ho mo ho mienu obi si osuro ni master nti ode ko hye boase yen de ebinum se wo mo de wo mbawi nkokɔ no nti wo mo wi nkokɔ no enti akwai de se oba aban no eka policy se eye nkokɔ nketenkete se de be empower enipa mo ho ahenha wo no ebinum ntiase a wonya ye ne se eye enum wanum enkwan mu hwam ene won de wote ase kasa wote ase ne se obenya lunch na wadie nti obekum kokɔ no e de aye empusu ana wode abonkwan na wadi na wo ho atɔ won na wo Minister of Agric ne nsɛm a ɔka ye yewura Eric Opoku ne nsɛm a ɔkɔtena parliament ɛka ye na kyɛ sɛ asefem uhunu sɛ minister no utie na sem no na kyɛ sɛ ade a akɔso no ɛya sɛ wo obi se minister yin kuku a wode ma yen se yen na yen ton fan hwɛ ye ho no ɛne ya awie no wo ma sanso a video asanso dia sending minister hey what impudence enti wanya bibia ma wase a enti ye bɔ no kro no aban na ma nkokɔ sɛ kokɔ yen na fa hwɛ wo ho wo de wo sɛ wa wi mpo a wo de nka ye kom na fa hwɛ wo ho wa wi asa atwamfoni e de a kyerɛ minister yentie yewra Eric Opoku di kind no Omampeni John Dramani Mahama ne dai so no ye betie na afa ye tie Eric Opoku so nsɛm a ɔka ye enti yentie afanu nyina nsɛm a ɔmo ɛka ye.
We actually have a project called Nkukon Kitinkiti. The Nkukon Kitinkiti project will cover 55,000 households producing eggs and fresh poultry for the market, and it will help reduce our $300 million we spend on importing chicken annually.
A few moments later,
some also decided to kill and eat all. In fact, they were even sending me videos that, honorable, we are eating everything. But this is not meant for that immediate consumption. We just wanted people to rear them, sell, and reinvest so that it becomes.
Honorable Minister, that's the trendy story, that they are eating the birds.
Etiabusua assembly ni o. His Excellency say benefited 55,000 households. Na yentimi enton kokoni bi nkosua no so yenton bi na mpo wotompo o de dibi se yo yenhwem ade no on bepa ne nsakwa. But you get the impudence unya kokodro unsuro mfere na watwa video se nkokoro na mehwie no enti be bia yedro nie Omampani ne hu se oso da yese yebenya sika aguye mbotom ya sesere be koye ebinum so se omo pe protein omo pe wo mu nipadua we dia no se de be hyehyɛ enti asɛm ni na wo bisa wo ho se edi nkan why money is selecting almost say omo nyesa project no enkoko nketenkete no aban ne ye due diligence ehwehwe mu ehu nkofo a esefata say e wo se ye de enkoko no ma wo mu ana because enkoko ran say de ma no na wo nkoko buo na ya ma training. Were they giving training? Ye training wo mu nkoko ye ne ho ana training ban ene de ma wo mu ntetia ban ne de ma wo mu ana say ye kan say constituency bia mfa ni permanenti na constituency bia twebook chairman twebook organizer twebook na wa tro tentente akosu asumasi ya wasumasi yes mo meje na aye ase aye afahye keke eye saa ne course wana enti sika twetwe de 344.9 million say ashe sika na he empo ye de nkokɔ no ma mo ye mo feed kan ho ana anuane nkokɔ no bedi no ye de kan wo ho ana say ye bisa ye ho say extension officers adwuma de be na mo bedi after say ye de nkokɔ no ma mo no e de adwuma na mo be because where your money sika na ye di hyem so e wo say ye hwese de be sustainable sa ne man nyina kɔ so ana say nkokɔ no mpo yare a wo mo ye poultry farm o mo ka kire wo a wo hu say yes say nkokɔ yare pa no say tisi wo mu a nkokɔ mu a ahwe ya wo be nu hu say wo nya nkokɔ. Were they given this opportunity? Say nkokɔ no yade a momfa wo momfa ha munya wo mu sei anase no an say etam nkokɔ no ne yede ma wo because we have to fulfill a promise. I will say ma bosha ye share no eba mu nti nkokɔ no monyi nkɔ saa na koya ya na enti ye launch project ni wie ye mampani launch ya budget so ye no eno achi no eden biem den na si ye den what next? Politics as usual now. NPP raring for food and export. Raring for food and export. Yama umwa na wanye omo na no so sa say what happened to them? And also so kwesi saying it is policy a aban bia de ba yen think it through enkwa kire ye misa questions e wo ho. And so there was a missing link between the policy makers and the beneficiaries. Household na womo enipa ebeje nkokɔ nketenkete no there was a missing link because saa ne mama kan nyina ankoso ehe na ode nkokɔ ni kogu ye baba behwe na ye de ama wawie no se nkokɔ ne yade a enuro we na de bema omo enuane a wo de bema omo ni sika wo de beto nuane nie ana feed no eduru bosumi bi akɔ ha se kwajipi ya anya ni nyina ene ye jai ne saa de ama wo mo enti ubisa ho se ebesi nne enka nkokɔ nketenkete no senka wo mote ase a enka wo du sen yema nkokɔ ne sen yema 100 mpa enti nkenne nkokɔ ne nto ye ensan so empa yema 100 meka ho anti ke wasechera mu nkoyie man meka asem bi kire wo se politician se or the policy bi ba or the ba am wo hunu se waye bibi e de ama wo waye bibi ama wo na wanhwe ne yie enti wo se yenso ye ni da ho enka wo se nka wo de ma ye no ye hwe ne yie because say usu a obeka tell say wa ma nkokɔ nketenkete se nka fa bo ho bra nanso wanhwe ne yie. That is the politician for you. Wa catch us raring for food and export or the more man say ye omo na tobi na fa bi enso so wanye enti no wontimi mo o man so bobiem politician no sa no tia. And into when the politician comes out with a policy say or the beboa aya adwene hu mienu mu ani na ho ye pa so na policy makers no send ye beya that mu ni hu for eme erikopoku we na de be president adi erikopoku minister we ngoko impo wantimi ahwe ma na anya successful wo san te parliament san kasa asem we say wo mfare kra sika twetwe dia we wo say enti ade what thinking went into it Unfair crowd was assassin with parliament. One my way and almost a new video and in because at the beginning of the policy, Mukache said, Mobe monitor no be bia obe misappropriate hadiano. Mobe china so. Obia one fan ye juma ye one shesu ye mobe china so and then a quack where some. A quack with some because o mine sika into ya boss ya boka say ya say sika say no this is what is going on in our country. And until I was a memi no mienu timamufo yama ya ni da ho when the government comes out with set policies or the policies be say ba ye sika no omo de ye enti sa wo wie nkokoma ye say wo wie unkosua udi unkosua na wo wie nkokoma enti ne say ma onkoko 100 and wa wi ni nyina ubisa ho say enti ekosi sen ena ye den ma wo ochina ubetima kwa ban no hobiem odi bibia fore wan anwomo odi afa wa no tinka wo hwe so yi a ka bia nkene wo onkoko be 200 policy makers enso so ma woni na ho because we susu blame timamufo no bebre a enye ye because to the ordinary person akoko a wo de ma no se onkoyen no oni hu aka de ekom so de no enti wi na obewe obewe no wanya energy na odi adwen the future ho se na brantie no ne ofama na odwan na owi nwan no ka che no ofa se me wi nwan no se de be menya hoden na me de adwen da ache ho asem sebe ya kwa anim no yen hwe ye man ni yie ne hu sanya se de bia ye to sikagu ne ye to sikagu ne ye to sikagu wote ho na ye woda o kire esiwusi wa wo sika ne ye ne saa enti sa ya woda sasa de na koso a na wo se me ye nka esiwusi o ye nyina esi ye sika ne ye let's think through policies. Asida enko enfama Jimmy Agla, the only godfather in radio, also a godfather of radio moi. Bodin Pejansani here. Asida kese enko enfama no. I acknowledge him for this production. Medasipi. Coffee say ya hune teye nemum yema hu hia yen. Tie nkomo yie. Owura bi ene to odwan ana to nwan oba ne bema e de ma ne wo fa ase. Se o to kwan akwa aba. Wo fa ase no hwe nwan no se de beya wo bedore wo bewo no adore ne nkaja. Watimi aton bi e de ahwe ne ho na sakoye business ama no. Wo fa no da ne ho okoya na wo fa ase yi ekum nwan mienu no ewe ye. Okum wo mo wi ye na wo fa no ba ya obi sase ne ba ne sen asem abrante ne ka che ne wo fa ne se. Wo fa yi meku wo mo wi se ne be ya menya hoden na media hwe me ho media dwendwen me daache because uma me nwan no wa ma me sika nka ho wa ma me sika me fanto aduane sika me fanto aduane eni na me fanto bi mamwa no we asem sebe o na tie Omampeni John Dramani Mahama eda sonda yese obeboa magana temamufo ye ho ahenha ye ntino ode nkokon nketenkete ade a friend nkokon nketenkete eba oto nkokon ma ede magana fo na ya yen wo mo ebi tu kosua na ebi ewo na ye pai na yen bebre na edoso na se onya poultry farm o fie enti bro nya dura ana edu occasion bi a ubetimi aton nkokon ni bi nkosua no so ubetimi hye bi no waton waso udi bi na woton bi womu twa sika abani twa 240 million Ghana cedis and edi shemu ewi echi no Ministry of Agric ese wo must spend 344.9 million and e was our project ni mu na tie enkokoyi ebe to ama wapai amapai na womu aye nkokoma enyinyini abeye bebre ama yetimi aton bi anya sika gue Bible we kai me eye parable e wo Bible the parable of the talents. Enipa miensa e mo talent no obi di ne de ko hye boase obi sisi ode koye adwuma enya mo eye mo ho miensa obi si onya ho mo ho mienu obi si osuro ni master nti ode ko hye boase yen de ebinum se wo mo de wo mbawi nkokɔ no nti wo mo wi nkokɔ no enti akwai de se oba aban no eka policy se eye nkokɔ nketenkete se de be empower enipa mo ho ahenha wo no ebinum ntiase a wonya ye ne se eye enum wanum enkwan mu hwam ene won de wote ase kasa wote ase ne se obenya lunch na wadie nti obekum kokɔ no e de aye empusu ana wode abonkwan na wadi na wo ho atɔ won na wo Minister of Agric ne nsɛm a ɔka ye yewura Eric Opoku ne nsɛm a ɔkɔtena parliament ɛka ye na kyɛ sɛ asefem uhunu sɛ minister no utie na sem no na kyɛ sɛ ade a akɔso no ɛya sɛ wo obi se minister yin kuku a wode ma yɛn se yɛn na yɛn ton fan hwɛ yɛn ho no ɛne yɛ awie no wo ma sanso a video asanso dia sending minister hey what impudence enti wanya bibia ma wase a enti yɛbɔ no korɔ no aban na ma nkokɔ sɛ kɔkɔ yɛn na fa hwɛ wo ho wo de wo sɛ wa wi mpo a wo de nka yɛkom na fa hwɛ wo ho wa wi asa atwamfoni e de akyerɛ minister yentie yewra Eric Opoku di kan no Omampeni John Dramani Mahama ne dai so no yebetie na afa yetie Eric Opoku so nsama ɔka ye enti yentie afanu nyina ensɛm a ɔmo ɛka ye.
We actually have a project called Nkukon Kitinkiti. The Nkukon Kitinkiti project will cover 55,000 households producing eggs and fresh poultry for the market. And it will help reduce our $300 million we spend on importing chicken annually.
A few moments later.
Some also decided to kill and eat all. In fact, they were even sending me videos that, Honorable, we are eating everything. But this is not meant for that immediate consumption. We just wanted people to rear them, sell, and reinvest so that it becomes
Honorable Minister,
businesses.
that's the trendy story, that they are eating the birds.
Etiabusua assembly o. His Excellency say and benefited 55,000 households. Na yentimi enton koko ni bi nkosua no so yenton bi na mpo wo tompo wo de dibi se yo ehwemade no on bepa ne sakwa. But you get the impudence unya kokodro unsuro mfere na watwa video se nkokoro na mehwie no enti be bia ye dro ni o man panini hu se osondaye se yebenya sika aguyembotom ya sesere be koye ebinom so se omo pe protein omo pe wo mu nipadua we dia no se de be hyehyɛ enti asɛm ni na wo bisa ho se edin kan why mo na select wo mo se wo mo nya saa project no enkokon kitenkete no aban ni ye due diligence ehwehwɛ mu ehu nkofo a esefata se wo se ye de enkokon no ma wo mo ana because enkokon answer de ma no na wo nkokobuo na yama training. Were they giving training? Ye training womo won kokon ye ne ho ana. Training ban ene ye de ma womo, ntetia ban ne de ma womo. Ana say ye kan say constituency bia amfa nipa mranti, na constituency bia twebook, chairman twebook, organizer twebook, na watro tentente, akosu asumasi, ya wasumasi, yesemo meje na aye ase aye afahye keke. Eye saa ne course ana. Enti sika twetwe de 344.9 million. Say ashe sikana he empo yede nkukɔ no ma ye ma feed kan ho ana anuane nkukɔ no bedi no yede kan wo ho ana say ye bisa ye ho say extension officers adwuma de be na mo bedi after say yede nkukɔ no ma wo no e de adwuma na mo be because where your money sika na yede hyem so e wo say ehwese de be sustainable sane me nyina kɔ so ana say nkukɔ no mpo yare a wo mo ye poultry farm o mo ka kire wo a wo hu say yes say nkukɔ yare pa no say tisi wo mu a nkukɔ mu a ahwe ya wo be nu hu say wo nya nkukɔ. Were they given this opportunity say nkukɔ no yade a momfa wo momfa ha munya wo mu sei anase no an say etam nkukɔ no na yede ma wo because we have to fulfill a promise and we say ye ma bosha ye share no eba mu nti nkukɔ no monyi nkɔ saa na koya ya na enti ye launch project ni wie ye o mampani launch ya ye budget so ye no eno achi no eden biem den si ye den what next? Politics as usual na NPP raring for food and export, raring for food and export. Ye ma umua na wanye omo na no so sa just say what happened to them? And also so ekosi saying it is policy aban bia de ba yen think it through enkwa kire ye misa questions e wo ho. And so there was a missing link between the policy makers and the beneficiaries. Household na womo enipa ebeje nkokon kitenkete no there was a missing link because sa ne mama kan nyina ankoso ehe na ode nkokon ni kogu ye baba be hwe na ye de ama wa wie no se nkokon yade a enuro we na de be ma omo enuane a wo de be ma omo ni sika wo de be to nuane nie ana feed no eduru bosumi bi akọ ha se kwajipi ya nya ni nyina ene ye jai ni sa de ama wo mo enti ubisa ho se ebesi nne enka nkokon kitenkete no senka wo mote ase a enka wo du sen yema nkokon ne sen yema 100 mpa enti nkenne ngo wan nto ye ensan so empire 100 meka ho anti ke wasechera mu nkoyie man meka asem bi kire wo se politician se or the policy bi ba or the ba am wo hunu se waye bibi e de ama wo waye bibi ama wo na wan hwe ne yie enti wo se yenso ye ni da ho enka wo se nka wo de ma ye no ye hwe ne yie because say usu a obeka kire wo se wa ma nkokon kitenkete se nka fa bon ho bra nanso wan hwe ne yie. That is the politician for you. Wa catch us raring for food and export. Or the more man say ye omo na tobi na fabi enso so wanye enti no wontimi mo o man so bobiem politician no sa no tia And into when a politician comes out with a policy, say or the beboa, aya dwene hu mienu mu ani na ho ye pa. Saa so na policy makers no send ye beya that mu ni hu for eme Erikopoku we na de be president adi. Erikopoku minister, we ngoko impo wantimi ahwe ma na anya successful. What's anti parliament? Esa kasa asem we say, wo mfare kra. Sikatwitwi dia we wo say enti what thinking went into it? What thinking went into it? Very cry was asking with parliament. One my way and almost a new video and in because at the beginning of the policy, Mukache say, Mobe monitor, no be or misappropriates hadiano, Mobe chinaso. Obia one fan ye juma ye one shesu ye Mobe chinaso, and then a quack with some. A quack with some because or my nisika into ya boss ya boka say, ya say sika say, no, nature ding. This is what is going on in our country. And until I was a memi no mienu timamufo yama ya ni da ho. When the government comes out with set policies or the policies be say ba ye sika no omo de ye enti sa wo wie nkokoma ye say wo wie unkosua udi unkosua na wo wie nkokoma enti ne say ma nkoko 100 and wa wie ni nyina ubisa ho say enti ekosi sen ena ye den ma wo ochina obetima kwa ban no ho biem o de bibia fore wan anwamo o de afa wa no tinka wo hwe so yi a makers and so someone wani na ho because we so blame timamufo no bebre a enye ye because to the ordinary person akoko a wo de ma no se onkoyen no oni hu aka de ekom so de no enti wi na obewie no wanya energy na odi adwen the future ho se na brantie no ne ofama na odwan na owi nwan no ka che no ofa se me wi nwan no se de be menya hoden na me de adwene daache ho asem sebe yakwa anim no yenhwe ye man ni yie ne hu sanya se de bia ye to sikagu ne ye to sikagu wote ho na ye woda o kire esiwusi wa wo sika ne ye ne saa enti sa ya woda sa de na koso a na wo se me ye nka esiwusi o ye nyina esi ye sika ne ye let's think through policies. Asida enko enfama Jimmy Agla, the only godfather in radio, also a godfather of radio moi. Bodin Pejansani here. Asida kese enko enfama no. I acknowledge him for this production. Medasipi Coffee, say ya hone teye nemum yema hu hia yen. Tienkomo ye. Ora bi ene to odwan ana to nwan oba ne bema e de ma ne wo fa ase. Se o to kwan akwa aba. Wo fa ase no hwe nwan no se de be ya wo be dore wo be wo no adore ne nkaja. Wetimi aton bi e de ahwe no ho na sa koye business ama no. Wo fa no da ne ho okoya na wo fa ase yi ekum nwan mienu no ewe ye. Okum wo mo wi ye na wo fa no ba ya obisa se ne ba ne sen asem abrante ne ka che ne wo fa ne se wo fa yi meku wo mo wi se ne be ya menya hoden na me dia hwe me ho me dia dwenjen me daache because uma me nwan no wo ama me sika nka ho wo ama me sika me fa nto aduane sika me fa nto aduane eni na me fa nto bi mammoa no we ya asem sebe o na tie Omampeni John Dramani Mahama Ederson da yese obeboa magana timamufo ye ho ahenha ye ntino ode nkokon ketenkete ade a friend nkokon ketenkete eba oto nkokon ma e de magana fo na ya yen wo mo ebi tu kosua na ebi ewo na ye pai na ye bebre na edoso na se wonya poultry farm o fie enti bro nya dura ana edu occasion bi a ubetimi aton nkokon ni bi nkosua no so ubetimi hye bi no waton waso wudi bi na woton bi Womucha sika abani cha 240 million Ghana cedis ene di shemu ewi echi no Ministry of Agri say we must spend 344.9 million ena e was our project ni mu na tie enkokoyi ebe to ama wapai na womo aye nkokɔ ma enyinyini abeye bebre ama yetimi aton bi anya sika gu Bible we kai me eye parable e wo Bible the parable of the talents. Enipa miensa e mo talent no obi di ne de ko hye boase obi sisi ode koye adwuma enya mo eye mo ho miensa obi si onya ho mo ho mienu obi si osuro ni master nti ode ko hye boase yen de ebinum se wo mo de wo mbawi nkokɔ no nti wo mo wi nkokɔ no enti akwadi se oba aban no eka policy se eye nkokɔ nkinkiti se de be empower enipa mo ho ahenha wo no ebinum ntiase a wonya ye ne se eye enum wanum enkwan mu hwam ene won de wote ase kasa wote ase ne se obenya lunch na wadie nti obekum kokɔ no ede aye empusu ana wo de abonkwan na wadi na wo ho ato won na wo minister of agric ne nsem o kan ye yewura Eric Opoku ne nsem o kwotena parliament e kan ye na chese asefem uhunu se minister no utie na sem no na chese ade a akoso no e ya se wo obi se minister in kuku a wo de ma yen se yen na yen ton fan hwe ye ho no ene ya awie no wo ma sanso a video asanso dia sending minister hey what impudence enti wanya bibia ma wase a enti ye bo no kro no aban na ma nkukọ se kokọ yen na fa hwe wo ho wo de wo se wa wi mpo a wo de nka ye kom na fa hwe wo ho wa wi asa atwamfoni e de a kire minister yentie yewra Eric Opoku di kan no omampani John Dramani Mahama ne dai so no ye betie na afa ye tie Eric Opoku so nsama o kan ye enti yentie afanu nyina ensem a omo e kan ye.
We actually have a project called Nkukon Kitinkiti. The Nkukon Kitinkiti project will cover 55,000 households producing eggs and fresh poultry for the market, and it will help reduce our $300 million we spend on importing chicken annually.
A few moments later.
Some also decided to kill and eat all. In fact, they were even sending me videos that, Honorable, we are eating everything. But this is not meant for that immediate consumption. We just wanted people to rear them, sell, and reinvest so that it becomes.
Honorable Minister, that's the trendy story, that they are eating the birds.
His Excellency say, and benefited 55,000 households. Na yentimi enton kokoni bi nkosua no so yenton bi na mpo utompo o de dibi se yo ehwema de no on bepa ne nsakwa, but you get the impudence unya kokodro unsuro mfere na watwa video se enkokoro na mehwie no enti be bia ye drone o mampani ni hu se oso daye se ye benya sika agu yembotom ya sesere be koye ebinom so se omo pe protein omo pe wo mu nipadua we dia no se de be ye be hyehyɛ enti asɛm ni na wo bisa wo ho se Edin kan why money is selected almost say omunya sa project no enkokon kitenkete no aban ne due diligence ehwehwe mu ehu nkofo a esefata say e wo se ye de enkokon no ma wo mu ana because enkokon answer de ma no na wo nkokobuo na ya ma wo training were they giving training ye training wo mu nkokon ye ne ho ana training ban ene ye de ma wo mu ntetia ban ne ye de ma wo mu ana say ye can say constituency bia mfa nipa mranti na constituency bia twebook chairman twebook organizer twebook na watro tentente akosu asumasi ya wasumasi yesemo meje na aye ase aye afahye keke eye saa ne course na enti sika twetwe de 344.9 million say ahye sika na he empo ye de nkokɔ no ma mo ye ma mo feed kan ho ana enuane nkokɔ no bedi no ye de kan wo mo ho ana say ye bisa ye ho say extension officers ejuma de be na mo bedi after say ye de nkokɔ na ma I tell you.
Court kakra. My confuse go hu baby am masa jina ha me producer jina enko baby jina Eric
no Eric na be ya kunya na tena se
onyina ho ete kwa anya fe ni obi abefro senior first of all I will say good morning to and share from your listeners ni obi do be so tuning. There are a lot of issues and I'll start with this lady Camilla Hassan. I think say I'm following the activities on TikTok until Nigeria nearby, but I think that there's a lot of misinformation. Ewo niema amanfo canning There's a lot of misinformation there. Again, I also think that there's a lot of things people are saying that is not accurate.
Oh, okay.
Now, the lady was not in prison for threatening President Mahama.
Okay.
The lawyer spoke. Lawyer Nusnyamia the one camera for KP. In fact, when you look at the reported things that are coming up, this is what the lawyer said. According to a lawyer, the convicted Camilla on the count of offensive conduct. So the official reason why this lady was jailed 1 year is offensive conduct. There's nowhere where he said he was charged for what? Insulting
the
president or threatening the president. The other offense was only 2 counts. Count 2 in the offensive conduct. Count 1, court can say only jurisdiction to sit on the electronic communications as our offense. It falls under the 2008 Electronic Communications Act. And I know the from a district court you go to a circuit and a high court, maybe a high court to sit on that matter.
Okay.
And on a press release about said those who are jailing 1 year on count 1, and then the court, he is close to the duty to sit on such a count and charge it. Now that's it. Senior, for those who followed my politics for a long time, and then I mean, what's our view?
Okay.
I'm against people being jailed for speech. Where I draw the line is when people are threatened. Me fan question, me you just say to. O come here, my personal channel now Google Abronya. When Abronya was insulting the IGP and what he went through it, I said it was wrong. If the IGP feels slighted by what Abronya, he should take the civil route and sue him for defamation. But when he threatened the judge, I drew a line and said that the state must prosecute him. Because threat is different from just saying, Ampratwum said we are say. That's different. If you think I've defamed you, sue.
Okay, so what constituted the offensive conduct?
Yes, so the offensive conduct is a name no kind 32 cows and it's other man. But you see, threat of harm is different from offensive conduct. Let me know waku. Let me do what them. Offensive conduct. But me can't say me chase a can also. See about what I say.
Okay.
So a man for a cancer, let's get the right. You can criticize the lady. I have no problem if you want to criticize her.
Okay.
But let's criticize her based on fact. She was convicted on offensive conduct, which is a misdemeanor. The maximum sentence is 3 years.
Okay.
The judge spoke and said that they appealed for the judge to let her go, but the judge said that social media.
So in the offensive conduct, a derogatory statement or the far president.
Yes.
And some more tree president.
Yes. Yes. So bounce a man friend say yes, what threat? There's nothing. Now that's it. The fact that I don't support the jail doesn't mean I endorse a behavior. When you want to even criticize people, you can make a distinction.
That's right.
But Ampratwum say Mahama economy no. Enya bad say no so enye good say da. It's what time Ampratwum me analysis of statements na waka. Look at the statement distinctively.
That's right.
And do the analysis. You may not like Eugene Osei but some because inflation, current inflation says 5.something. So figure no. And that time at the time it's a challenge figure. Fact. Yes. As an open boy, 95 16.63. So me can and that time in the best up sanity fact. So I don't know if you get it.
Yes.
So we can distinctively address issues without bringing in elements that are not factual. There's nowhere the lady was charged with threat of
No. No.
Does
she even have the capacity to even threaten the president?
You can make threatening statement, but I'm saying that the count on which she was convicted is offensive conduct.
Right.
There's nowhere where she was charged with threat. That's it.
Okay.
I don't endorse me. Tamana me YouTube video. I mean, on the critical nature, me kuhuni videos. I couldn't put some of them in my video.
Okay.
No honesty. And then me I say, when you're a young person, I'll be the last person to tell you not to criticize government. After all, what? We pay our taxes to them. Senior answer what to do. So abandon the UCK BB and abandon the Ebina against a watch as a citizen of the country. Why will I be the one to stop you from criticizing? But I always use a word, and I learned it from Justice. If you want to criticize, 2 basic principles: you must be decorous, you must have candor. Decorous here, and you see. Sebe. It means to say president Kwasia.
Debbie. Papa need to feel what you asking.
Exactly. And senior, one more full material be adu emeka. Omu posti President Mahama na President Kufuor Bamia pictures. I ko comment na say.
Okay.
In general, me posti yibi wo kojo ponkro my brother Jojanda Churu. Come on for just kojo ponkro na ke Jojanda mu ko troye. So ni Jojanda.
Yes. Former Jojanda.
Former MTN.
Yeah. Corporate.
Guinness. Yeah. Globe big corporate go call 4 years for true book.
Yeah.
Video ni da me Facebook say you say to come you to critical analysis and short and da ko ke.
Enu mu no kan
say only politician here diagra. Yes only jate diagra.
That's right.
Politician be any wo interest. Only politician ya de na show ina ne use na hu bi use na hu ne use. That is the book Jojanda wrote and Kojo Konkman read up. Senior gay me pay attention to story no. Man who demonstration for her. Man who free Camilla. The creme de la creme lawyers of the MPP. I didn't see them going for her. In fact, do you know what was most sad? Apparently, when she was arrested, she was convicted on her own plea or pleaded guilty.
Yes.
And brother lawyers for any bomb who come. And also, obey changing the plea court and for that too, I disagree with the court. At any point in time of a trial, per what the lawyers are telling you, can change your plea. So I'm very surprised the Ghana police didn't afford the courtesies and hear the motion a lawyer filed to change their plea. So senior, but the bottom line of why I want to talk about this is that Yemabuno Sabe. Only my dear man real who gave you. Then I'm here video on YouTube. Not many cratete. Apparently police for friend. Car will need you or mammy and son. It's in your band, maybe on no motor. You don't know what the time this is here. And I won't call in your band was the same the police for friend catch him so when Yama cry. It's in your band one no motor to a court, no a cost no a full to no quack from a wood. Now the senior bar cracked motor so from Kaswa crack to the man so the Madina Crasinia. And I know to maybe I made it in a wood to inside or comment as animal must have me follow. Tia I'm so may pay in a damage to track a credit to Najamaka crack. Senior, I mean, make us a cause of my emotion. So I don't agree with the judge that she should be due. But the judge says something that to serve as a precedent. You see?
And yes, and
but they be an mekasa yen ye huko. Share my example. Dennis Racco. Everybody who knows me knows that Dennis is someone I relate to on a lot of things.
Okay.
But me dey when I'm analyzing people, I will be bejana ye casting you say you ji want any pan maintain ni pan. Chairman want to meet in studio ah. Ona na kojo jantoa. No boy election data. Oye mistake be correcting no we anymore. Oye sika de maame. Oni raba na hene na buy. It me bejana ka want to me as my maintain want to me. But as a journalist, they be ameka. My fidelity is to the truth. It's not to relationships. Say relationship that get me drown. It was about reading or your communication. Me na you my ask me here present mama data you know they send me. Your friendship about as mama make me. Some me just say mama make then what's my journalist? And I'm a journalist.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
What point when na me? So I come back to her. Head Dennis Miracle there no. On a Tuesday, yet me must see you for say. But I won't say omo wie no mo ko he. That's one question. The second question is that Ghana purposefully called and you know. Muyi papa muyi pa unus kan ya de share nsa no. Say 100 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Kwasi bo twe ba no. So hu ne car no picture na e ba na nsa de gum. Okay. To ma no ma wie. Obi so ka se e be ma na 150 cedis na o de akudi banku. See videos in TikTok.
Yes.
Sisi nyabuza won say oje 150 ni say nipa no okwan. Obo na nyame amwa na car bi twifa so na wu ya. Me na madum no to me ma so ma. Everybody so is in my.
Okay.
Omo ebusua kra be den hu wachi abrante ya na o hyese be tu ye bisa se bibi be ye oge mani o ka sa demonstration obi ani abom wo.
Yes.
The purpose we na ko mani na wu a
yes. Let my vote count for no again.
Yes owe. So de bia me gira me ka cho se wo youth no pe bibi ye hey be follow with test on ade ba ade bi wo na wo koye na yowo ne nkwanta ene ade a na wo kasem ya fo bi hu a you can criticize criticize president on many things ala wo yo I disagree with them galam say onya ade me nyina hankan
yeah
but me say president kwasia
that be
mean chantra deliberately lie on the president. That's why we do the task screen. So everything we are saying is based on documented fact. Do that. But mesraw my politician be abema 100 cedi 200 enkora me ensa enye be ma oba yesi geo yesi 1 year technically 9 months senior say one day kra umano look at the state you put your case through Ghana how any criminal record cry where criminal conviction only criminal record cry na ba adwuma sem now what criminal record it's anything to you I don't support this and it's based on see Abronye, won't you show me? I mean, but me, I always analyze things and put feelings aside.
That's all.
He's not my favorite person.
Yeah.
But what was method that is wrong, and that is what I always want young people to do. You can dislike somebody, but when the person is going through something that is wrong, you tell them. Like you could do to Dennis Miracle.
Right.
You don't arrest somebody on a Saturday, and the only time he sees the lawyer is Monday, as at 2 p.m. It's not right. You don't need to like Dennis Miracle to criticize that because I bet you, Ebra Ghana police check Caleb Kuda so okay. No more test Caleb Kuda through the phone to Abubedu nearly to kidnap her.
Yes.
When they did that silly thing, some of us stood on Facebook and criticized it, and ebi a support to and unse and as Anglophone supporting and now no more complaining. That's why I always say when we are criticizing state agencies and you want them to do the right thing, support us because they have power now one and
That's right. That's right.
Power is transient. And then I want 2 million address power. Mr. James, I'm a more example. Arithmetic mistake, a MPP, they were the PROs for GEC. Posha advancements and Yura Kodia. Misano. I said, you can see you must be the meaning to me because of Ablikuma. Because he's a catch up say, but Tony Akamuno, let them see him go to. That is why I say that. Let's get state agencies to work. Devoid of our political religious extractions.
Yes.
Because someone ya jumani ya who position be benefit then yetimi will be not almost 48 without a legal counsel. Is it right? Gay answer can. I've criticized the comment in our can. But I check girl, that's the time I taking the plea based on calls I've made. And the Ghana police has not denied it. The girl that they have legal counsel. Is it fair? There's a reason why they say that keep quiet. There's a reason why they read your Miranda right to you. There's a reason why a lawyer must be by your side. That doesn't mean I endorse the Mununoka. For me, you do say to make something President Mahama. So I won't endorse it. Right. But look at the processes she's going through. Is it fair? Is it fair? Because you see, you can't hear your day. Oh, Henry, when people did Angelina, and this into now that. And the history of the Fourth Republican Dispensation has proven it. 2016, then I go Kruma. President Kufuor them this year told you. President Kufuor himself said it on campaign.
Yes.
After 8 years, they launched the biggest comeback in the Fourth Republican Dispensation.
Sure.
So it tells you that power and politics, power especially, is transient. And when you are dealing with people, when you have power, you must be careful, especially when you have vulnerable.
That's right.
On 24 days, 24 hours. Young Kofobi so Makojibo Nibia 80 weeks. It's reason and say.
It's a Tianyape.
It's a Tianyape. It would TV so can be for penny be and the BBA. They be me when I started this journalism. I've never been queried. I've never been sued for anything. As some no mean to me can a subject because my subjective view. A fact. Yeah, you feel to your home for.
Yeah.
And senior, I don't know whether I follow TikTok. You see, even the profanity. Nancy Mukumu and DBS Abranti will not call life a maba, said one send you muska. Here, TikTok, no, are the custom session one, and for you, no custom session. Yeah, the other countries, the social media. Look at how they are leveraging social media to better their lives. Could you sell them? They've used social media to change their lives.
Yeah. In a positive way. And then yet me friends will give you a traffic light a mano. Any idea? Politicians are doing it. You don't know what trap game. Yeniana Kufuor could campaign to Kumase a Sancho Yaka, a quad new movie. Politics now would be a deal be a term super and then a winner. Oh, my dear Ukraine, yes, sir. One President Mahama and President Vice President Bamiami. Look at the bromance and camaraderie between them. Bray said, look at Julia Justice Kodiamo Kono. Look at the bromance and the camaraderie between them. By a form of phone, they aren't about phone. Now, they are have a partner say, yeah, as you say, you know, we had the opposite side, you know, the Umbe say, a buying said, they say, transient. A buying a son, as a son, as we some who say, Sasa Mokano, yeah, much say. Do they manipulate the court system?
No, it has become a vicious cycle and our politics is vindictive. It's a question what the Indian question about will be kind of Jenna make us say we need to make so threaten President Mahama. I will never stand here and say something for her. That's what I'm saying, that distinction. Now, me view, I won't for my term debut, but I've been consistent for the last. I went on social media in 2009. Just enough for me come senior high school.
Wow.
I come here 2013. Me 4 years in SHS. So me, when I take principal position, it's based on free speech there. Me there, my dream say, if you think someone at me, you go say to me, I can't say me brave. And no be say, NDC mama Prado. Me Prado.
No, on can call and can way.
The Uda me ba. Uda basic me Prado.
David.
Me Prado da. But also waka. To me, let's have feeling one issue. You take a civil route. That's one of the solutions. If you feel slighted by anybody's insulting, you take a civil route. Recently, Nyana Ponies are making video mukume. I think I appeal about this.
Yes.
You take a civil route. Then also, and even media, we are part of. Sometimes we also give our platform to people to spew these things.
Sure.
So it's a collective thing that we all must address.
Right.
And the political parties of fund it. Who say they want to communication ministry? If we be organized FLAC, FLAK, it's funded. Political parties fund. We've seen people are NDC MPP. Omuke can send me say if I perform. Now someone's one way. My leg bas entirely screenshot of Monday. You can't. Today they're in political offices.
Yeah.
So it cuts across the political divide. But the man can say, "Eyi beye, kremu beye, Christo beye bibi kwaku beye bibi ensi kwa ama beye bibi besi nti wiase no unama no ayade ewi ne Ampratwum beye obefa ne ho adi no ebia untimi mfa ho.
That's right.
But what I say, and everywhere it's like multimedia. There are certain things because of my longevity here, 6 years. There may be certain privileges I will get that someone who came 1 month will not get. It's just normal and our life is. So I make us say, obinya bail. Ye hu tonto. Obi so nya bi 25 hours okufie. Nti we ase no uye bibia especially when the politicians have cognizance of the fact that they look out for their interest first.
That's right.
Before you.
That's
so
right.
Therefore any action you will take for a politician, think carefully about it as a young person. Because when you're careful about the time when you penny ebedi no na sa baggage na we dey go achi na no na be prevent you.
No, say we was a political talk.
Na be any political talk.
It was a political talk.
Yo, maybe you don't know. Now that's my first one. The second story is about this. President Mama who no can't about the third term.
Right.
I know that people have gone to the Supreme Court seeking interpretation of the clause that governs the tenure of the president. If you ask my personal view, I thought that it was clear. Now me, I've read it over separate times. It's exactly what it says. But if you want to ask the Supreme Court, that is their business. But I know that the people of Ghana gave me one additional term, and I'm going to work to meet the trust they put in me. See, so you can crunch it.
Yeah.
Okay, say Ken Kranchi ko say President Mama Crow back 2020 enyi yi.
No correct.
Okay, say Ken Kranchi na san ko Supreme Court say President Mama ko 30
first time 2018.
Okay, so no san ko say President Mama ko 30 yi. See. And here I'll be blunt to the president. Hwe, when you're a president, a man for perform fooling because of sika, you be di favors and tro. How can at one breath or quiet ye at another breath for Kuba ye?
Now this all called twice. The NAE, 2018 and 2022.
Me Supreme Court to cross our case can be watching. See, you don't need to be a lawyer to understand provisions of the Constitution. I don't know. We trust our bit. I don't know. You don't need to be a lawyer with the greatest of respect to understand provisions of the Constitution. Article 60. I don't know why it didn't come in. Let me read it. No, I get it for you. Don't worry. You don't need to be a lawyer to know the provisions.
Article 60.
Article 60. Yes, I think it's Article 60. Let me just get it for you. You don't need to be a lawyer to understand these things. Almost soon President Mama Fidi. Na when Mama Fidi na you know. Even in the cathedrals of democracy, America, they are not contemplating. Trump is in the same scenario as President Mama. Even in the cathedrals of democracy, they are not contemplating these things. And President Mama should avoid the temptation. Yeah, Article 66. Or say, a person elected as president shall, subject to clause 3 of this article, hold office for a term of 4 years, beginning from the date on which he is sworn as president. A person shall not be elected to hold office as president of Ghana for more than 2 terms. Do you need to be a lawyer to interpret this?
No.
But well, Article 132 is also clear. when it comes to original interpretation and the interpretation of the constitution and the original tradition of the court, it's the Supreme Court to interpret.
Yes.
But the reason is that we all know what this man suffered in Mahama 1. And they be me Fourth Republic. If there's a president who has an opportune time to correct many of the ills of our democracy, it's President Mahama. You don't need Supreme Court to tell you what to do, President. And I like the tone of the message. Ghanaians give you your final term.
That's right.
Don't let anybody. The if you create a speech, no can. He knew why he was saying that. The history of the PMDC, the history of the dark days. Let's not go there with these sycophantic and bootlicking comments. And I'm quoting Fifi Kwete.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. We won't do this in Fifi Kwete. Can contribute to me this in Fifi Kwete. So those bootlicking sycophantic comments, and it's a funny comment. And President Mama should avoid the temptation where people are drawing him there. He should focus, deliver his mandate. No one uncle. Because obviously, third term agenda.
Yeah.
Let's have Ghana is all we have. A peaceful Ghana is all we have. As a people, then kind of cringe. What kinds of statement? Do you need a professor to explain this thing to you?
Explicit.
It's explicit. Or say a person shall not be elected to hold office for more than 2 terms. What is ambiguous about this? What is ambiguous with the greatest of respect? And the president himself said that it's clear. So the Supreme Court should be guided. There shouldn't be any attempt to give third term to anybody. And the president should be guided. You are a student official. Okay, can grant it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Mahama can go for another term. All of a sudden. We are president.
Because he has fallen out with the party.
Okay.
With NPP.
Me, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to make assumptions for him. But I'm saying that you say to based on my reading of Article 66(2), there's no ambiguity anywhere. And I'm guided by colossus of professors, including a constitutional law professor, Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh. There's no ambiguity anywhere in that article. And the president agrees with me. So let's stay there. Now, he made mention of reshuffle. Mikra de ache. And we be na mabu minister be in reshuffle. Now me body is in reshuffle ma. Minister don't me dey. Why is it that as I'm senior mentias you? As you stress up the you na me case Mahama reshuffle minister be a. No boni am what will I
enka governance on.
It's one employment minister then oba why catch me. Ignorance ba for what now papa nso about the same thing then why. Minister of State or Public Enterprise, then or by why? Can me change papa no so by then why? Catch me. Catch me. Catch me. And you move this president show me once a monka. It's a kind of edit you muka. It's a car and edit you muka. Wow, when you are told you an deputy ya. Oh, when I could make us a reshuffle. Omanya kukuda kazi ya reshuffle. O show kubeto de woye ya. Obeka ya reshuffle. Greater Accra Regional Minister, but give me one reason that the woman should be in office. President Mahama na ko born the London. O kasa bia o ti be free party no. Unzi onkofo bu o mo mfa bi ma.
Yes.
Ne e wo so apegu ono no asan hwete no. Sa no te. O hwete ade no. Bota regional minister, something don't regional minister. Now the compare Greater Accra regional minister. Why to us? Yan kanu kwenchire nipa.
Oh, and the flood na no simple na krairi.
Minister Sibi nyade. Papa achedodo. This is your legacy term. Now the second thing I'll do for you this week. This man has been trending. Nah, it's in 2 folds. I don't know some more time.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now, the Supreme Court has ruled a final closing statement when it comes to cases are not obligatory.
Okay.
Are not mandatory. Sorry, it's obligatory. And so, Mukoji extension in the summer boy case in the 14th court and the final ruling about 20th. But lawyer someone attached decided to do something. Oko court in 50 pages. I certainly cannot take you through the 50 pages, but you have the document on the sheriff. So, Oko and the conclusion is against a case and my minute transfer. Ebe the very many Uncle Supreme Court, Uncle interpretation of certain articles. Unse want to me was charged based on the Minerals and Mining Act. You have two versions of that. 2006, AS 703. And at 2019, Ebra Yabana Ganam saying a beji Hinya Power Ghana no. Yakoya amendments in Benya Act 995. But what I say, so there are two. Someone attached is saying that based on the count, the 6 count, the 4 to 6, based on section 14(1) of the Minerals and Other Offences at 2006, a vague, some provision, a too vague, a overbroad, and inconsistent to the letter and spirit of the said article and therefore unconstitutional. Or some say section 92 of the same Minerals and Mining Act, and also a vague. Or here proper interpretation. I'm going say. So we'll go through the Constitution. Article 132 is clear that when it comes to original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, let me read for your say. Subject to the jurisdiction of the High Court in enforcement of the fundamental human rights and freedoms as provided in Article 30 of this Constitution, the Supreme Court shall have the exclusive original jurisdiction in A, all matters relating to enforcement or interpretation of this Constitution. It's a High Court in a transfer so say some interpretation I can't seek it from you. So therefore what 20th now was what the judgment by the master 20 so you Supreme Court answer. So people say and the appeal could be certain because there's something you approve something to you. Or say all matters arising to whether an enactment was made in excess of powers conferred on Parliament or any other authority or person by law under this article, under this Constitution. So what I say the battle of 703 and 995, which is laws emanating from Parliament, say any Constitution in be go bra yanko Supreme Court chichiri. Now 1910 quote you say no 1911 no person shall be convicted of a criminal offence unless defined and the penalty for it prescribed in the written law. Say the kwa ni bo bia offence na say define it. Na say ni nipa na be punish say mra na tro sa ade no. Say mra na tro sa ade na convict nipa na and I so that's basically what I say. Now, the 14(1) is this. Let me read the 14(1) for you. This is the for say. A mineral right shall not in whole or in part be transferred or assigned, mortgaged or otherwise encumbered or dealt in a manner without the prior approval in writing of the minister, which approval shall not be unreasonably withheld or given subject to unreasonable conditions. Now, today, some boy case they say want to a legal concession. And a legal concession in conformity koye galamse wo so ne ekoche wo ono mo se want to me na soma wo so mo kodi se adwuma no
sure
want to me so case they say there be me kasa mo koye reclamation
yes
na in fact me want to me corporate good governance and na say me good corporate citizen you know me try letter e come and what's in original minister ata na da comments and region say profobia come asa so nti rex for na what's in the name ame e dey na me ka to say koye galamse e ti charge on dia one and say emra ne see 2006 Minerals and Mining Act say so what they will concession ma obi so only djuma bi se ni nyina se part keto bi kwa na ade man e so obo minister man ye
sure.
Now in the testimonies a court no there's no evidence of whom to me informing the minister that they giving the concession to anybody to do what land reclamation activities it's almost the offense we born I don't attach here say already 14(1) now is too vague, overbroad, and inconsistent with Article 1911 because there's no punishment ascribed to the 14(1).
Okay.
What does it say?
Sure.
Now, because we no say 92B, no, 99(2), no, 99(2). This is the 703. As a 2006, that galam say then he was identity or say a person who without a license granted by the minister undertakes a small-scale mining operation contrary to Section 1 or act in contravention of the provision of this act in respect of which an offence has not been specified, commits an offence and is liable on summary conviction of a minimum fine of 1,000 penalty units or to imprisonment for a term not more than 3 years. And that's a 2006. No? So now we need to anyway. What was that? Come over here, minister mania. Okay, galamse and akwe mine na minister mania only license there. Now could you 3 years?
That's right.
Now President Kufuor buy. Na Satan someone attach was a member of parliament. Na Andy Apia Kubi was a member of parliament. And no can say ye me amranim. And listen, When they amended it and the amendment came in 2019, Act 995. This is what they said. Now listen, the same 92B.
Okay.
Look at the tone now. A person who acts, instigates, commands, counsel, procures, solicits, or in any manner purposely aids, facilitates of a provision of this act. It will show the 2019, the tone,
yes,
the language, the wording, the phrase, and what you do. Acts, instigate, command, counsel, procures, solicit, or in any manner purposely aids, facilitate, encourages. That's
right.
Or promote any act from your advert here. Promote any act in contravention of a provision of this act in respect of which a penalty has not been specified, or any the prison term from 3 years a minimum of 50 years and 25 years.
Wow.
Or say commit an offense and is liable on a summary conviction of a fine not more than 10,000 penalty units and not more than 15,000 penalty units, and to a term of imprisonment of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years. So from 3 years. And the MPP, they felt that because Galamse baby economy pay 50 years minimum, 25 years maximum. Some attack just say a vague, overbroad and inconsistent. But you see, this matter just didn't come. Abraham Yapia could be transformed. Also, I'm going to file a submission of no case.
Yes.
I will file a submission of no case, and Yapia could raise the same issues. And the High Court just sitting on the matter says something in this. And I'm the conclusion or say these elements relate to only count 4, 5, 6 on the offense of purposely abetting an unlicensed mining activity contrary to sections 99(2)(b) of the Minerals and Other Offences Act as amended by section 3 of the Minerals and Mining Act 2019. Or say as above, PW2's reclamation exercise constitutes a contravention of section 59 of the Act of 703. Act 703, however, just the dad speaking, prescribes no penalty for a failure by a person to register or obtain a license or concession before providing a mine support services to a mineral right holder. Therefore, PW2's reclamation exercise satisfies this essential element of the offense under section 99(2)(b) of Act 703 as amended. What you say? Judge ne kase do say adie na adie bo wuntu no. It's Yamana 14.1. It's Yamana section 59. No. Yana offenses specifically for that. No. But over 99(2)(b) now, because of the broad nature of that act, the offenses defined, the punishment ascribed under 99(2)(b) suffices for 14.1 and 59.
That's right.
I don't know if you get it. So Okase, Yabo Okwedu on section 14.1. Yabo Okwedu on section 59. What's a penalty be anyhow? But already 99(2)(b) now, the wording and how it was amended, you know, caters for the punishment under 14.1 and 59. What I say? And again, the 99 says that, listen, 99(2)(b) no say, any person who, without a license granted by the minister, undertakes a mining operation, or a license,
okay,
a registered company. 2. Acts, instigate, commands, counsel, procures, solicit, or in any manner purposely aids, facilitate. And none of that is my want to be. It's judge in the High Court submission of no case ruling. Kase, Sasama and the appear could be Kase. Penalties in new for offences near the above to. Therefore, as the Constitution says in Article 1911, say the punishment will be. That's how offense you define your penalty new in jailing or net and because 99(2)(b) no prescribed punishment, which is not less than 15 years.
That's right.
And not more than 25 years.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's right.
High Court.
That's
but they say they want to go to the Supreme Court. As to what the court will rule, subsequently the matter will be brought to bear. Now my fourth and final submission is on the MPP. The be Mijraha Eja Akokwa Mimisa. Me the MPP am better, you know. You see, I followed our politics for 20 years. I was roughly around 12 years. And then I went for 1 year. I was around 10, 12 years. Come me Koforidua.
Okay.
I lived in Koforidua for almost 20 years before I moved to Kumasi in 2014. So my best school. Okay, Messina min Kubio. Now me you know, na me MP, Honorable Yaubema. Minister for Works and Housing Kofo. Di tedina me bonu. Udu Koforidua fi that's a traffic light no. Ganas, fast rako Ganas, so far how intravenous infusion akwakodum, fast straight au kuduma po baby Dr. Kama Kama group Michael Ado, Mikado, Kama group Frina.
Okay.
Na set empino. Honorable Mark Esibe Yabua.
Yeah.
Na kokua pem no fukure nkura kan ba community school wolate. Na lawyer boaf. Hwebe ma no. Ene emu ahojo. Nti obia keka ne ope obia ye ne ope.
Yes.
Fortunately, Kofo we nruye. In fact, honorable Hakon no usu agima nkura de. Warise ya me kai rally bi Akufo da Jackson bakochia me. It's not me people na zaman for say me Cameroon people. I grew up in that environment.
That's right.
So understand the MPP politics or chairman. Warise ya be the chairman of the Council of Elders. Now senior, me dream says uncle for na so mo kasa. Then see Sunday me was sorry am kwa no paka me come dey 10.
Okay.
Ana me hu breaking news no ma point me ba see dey kwa na be video nto wa hwe me Sunday video na critical analysis YouTube no. Me twa video no me kem. Ana yesi abura branti katache free for mensa. Na ni tututuo ni ade ni a. Unim ni kosi ye. Eti ye analysis na ana me ko hu later bi. We na nanka we na yempi wo. Oba fefi friend movies in cancel ne papa ni.
That's right.
And then the meet crowns on your council of patrons e wo if you just say east wo. If na nan cancel bodo e bodo na e bodi na apagya yimu. Na nan so ni. General secretary na akatache no mo bro no. So me yes and them say ya moro no. Omu information me ho. Me say ya bro no. Okay. Ndede bi omu deny bibi no. Ana papa nso kodua. Ono is CEO of the party as general secretary. Omu mu no ba akokra. Me fi atwe ne ntimu. Now Sunday me analysis no and obi dey let away Sunday me. Na senior me dey bia me kase before I go after anybody I make sure I have the facts.
All right.
Yen kind statement ni.
Okay.
Say this is the 6th of July. 2 clear days before day near 2 and na ben.
And the 18th.
And the 18th. Na the 11th. So that's like 5 clear days. Yeah, to about Sunday 19th. It almost on the 12th. It's 6 clear days. Or say I write where you're from MPP steering committee. Martin's MPP steering committee na day-to-day administration.
That's it.
And I'm throw letter to the Ashanti Regional Steering Committee. Martin's say chairman untumi na hwesa ade.
Sure.
Because National Steering Committee na ye rabuti. We say rentim ho dodo. Ye rabuti na wo ho. And I say I write to communicate the decision of the National Steering Committee of the party taken at its meeting held on Monday, 6 July 2026 regarding the conduct of constituency executive elections in the Fija Century East and Asante Achem Central. The National Steering Committee was duly informed. Listen to the tone. Where people letter.
Okay.
Mincha letter will refer. Menya printing press. Or say the National Steering Committee was duly informed that the party has been served with the orders of interim injunction and subsequent motions or notice issued by court or competent jurisdiction restraining the party from proceeding with the conduct and supervision of constituency executive elections in the Fija Century East and Asante Achem Central constituencies pending the determination of the respective applications or until otherwise ordered by the respective court. As a law-abiding political party that upholds the rule of law, the party is bound to comply fully with the terms of the said court orders whilst taking the necessary legal steps through its lawyers to challenge the orders and seek to have them set aside. Accordingly, the National Steering Committee hereby directs with immediate effect all activities relating to the conduct of the constituency executive elections in the Fija Century East and Asante Achem Central Council be suspended until further notice in compliance with the orders of the respective party. Senior, we use nko sefu nko nchichi wana. MP bikanye mami yansawa ha. Ya bebo ya mane. Nim say kofubia court akwaje court sermons say constituencies mienu we yentoa ba wo ho.
Yes.
2 ya party ye de tu ye ho. Say rule of law kabi mama nka bi yakra na ehie mu kena.
Yep. That's right.
It's therefore mama nkoto aba. It's who regional steering committee me bo mama ne say aha de ye nto aba.
No go area.
Senior dey na kosi ye koto aba. Ye to aba na peche ma then the CEO of the party Kodia goes to Facebook and makes a very clear statement. In fact, permit checks Asen we see Sunday no. Our figure search East no. Monday no make it post no.
Okay.
Mami Winima or say out of the 276 constituencies, election was successfully and peacefully conducted in 245 constituencies, representing 88.7% success rate. The remaining constituencies are as follows. 23 constituencies had the election put on hold due to various disputes. 4 constituencies could not hold the election because of last-minute changes. Mingo Pram Pram, Achimampunya, or Boasso West, Trubo. Yanyama tam tanya yano region muntino. Tieni of the 4 constituencies that could not hold the election, yadi mutu. Meboa.
Yes.
Or Boasso West Trubo. I'll give you a picture. Now the 3 saying that the National Steering Committee will review, meaning that in future you can realize a futuristic. Sir. Review election activities in the following constituencies. Efudesechere East, Adansia Sokwa, Bantama, Asante Achim Central. In fact, open leadership paralysis. This statement alone tells you about the leadership of MPP in Ashanti region. Listen, but see, the National Steering Committee will review election activities in the following constituencies. Efudesechere East, Ashanti region, Adansia Sokwa, Ashanti region, Bantama, Ashanti region, Asante Achim Central, Ashanti region. In fact, of the outstanding about 27 constituencies, no, Tafo Yantuaba. Suame yantuaba. Kwadaso yantuaba. Manson Kwanta yantuaba. Why? Why? From 2016. Why is it that anytime Ashanti be there, MPP Ashanti ni dikain? So before I even continue the analysis, this alone is an indictment on the leaders of the party in the region.
Headed by the chairman, Kukurantumi.
Now listen, so the party steering committee says that you will take a decision in future. Ya betia me dem ho na me hu sasase ya posti. We but enemy production there start. We bantama there. Ya te chema won't work figure sechere. In fact, KTM okra kan as a person so pictures on so kwada nse chokwa wakoye bi.
Okay.
Enu akra de na de na nansan so de konongo. Ti you to say baby a party ni ka so make take decision na yewura. Akoye so wi ni no ho.
Serious.
Ana party ni letter buy. In fact, before akoye konongo no. It will show Konongo that's delegate and I said and let another say ya only 3 constituencies.
Okay.
And then says Bantama Fidesechere East. Can the chairman chair so? The next day Konongo Sanko yes swearing. Now when you look at the sequence of events, now will be blaming to me. Sometimes there's recently a gentleman came here and said, I didn't answer the town to me. The town to me.
Oh, Asama Yakano.
There be you say to men, I'm a catch on question. We may try people letters, and I'm compatible. Asama ma catch the way. Me show documented fact. Me na me say the kutupa and answer day. Me the footful.
Okay.
Now listen to the thing carefully. And then a cobby, what's in an cancer your boy for interview on it, unia penny, come critics. In 15 minutes, you to go heavy. In some. And I tell my buttons on to never man sing be I also need to FM.
That's right.
It's not a cancer, you're a hackman. Also, Jimmy, we are Bemma. And then, maybe studio, you are breaking news ever. The San for Committee, Nana and Cancer Board, MPP are suspended. No invoking appointment, or a chairman of
the steering committee.
Yeah, there's the letter.
Wow.
Or say, I bring you warm greetings from the National Steering Committee. I write on the authority of the National Steering Committee to revoke your appointment as the chairman of the patrons for Fidesechere East. Kona nanso de omo ye mema omo mra
that's right.
Ana butenzo nso nya be man si obi so di film aba mi na di film o de ma aba mi wan fa ma party no me ba buku mu face ke bia mra me na be keka ne opa kire me asema me kan na ya dia tape o ko ketka na le channel be YouTube videos and evidence now tina me kan company for mra he aya ye kan amanfo dwen say oh we NDC ni ebia so bi say mama me Prado and if you know about me nim no oba onko park o say bia park me Prado o MP tamana say nketi amode de boom no omo issue council of elders no
yes
what bi o say nketi akasa baby tin na o de bi busa kan okre what bi o say Julius akwa work baby nkrofo we ya
din
nkrofo we ya and see this is not one event me kan o yes small boy o ba da ben we yan hwan na aka MPP asem sankomo no omo di atama 2020 to 2020 everything we said in Ashanti region came to pass 76 72 65 go and look at the election results. Everything we said is because they don't respect the leader. We all know the issues between Kodi and Muntumi unless you want to And started bre on youth organizer. No compagina second board did you or come as 15 chairman. The only chairman who stood as our chairman Kutin Central Reading.
That's right.
In names high history. To the point Crasser when a chairman batcham pana about public. And also I'm graduating to all these things are things that they must sit down honestly because and stop blaming people. Sure? Media na we do what we sell. In share from now we over studio light best 30 esiso. Transmit esiso. Ampratwum adwuma na wo ye no. Enye free. Yetua me ka.
That's right.
You know say tutu yetua me ka. Si ya ma ha no pa. E me to bro. Ye be cancel ye journalist.
Ye be kasa.
And ye be cancel me beton. As a Ghana Premier League. Ada na mo ye foreign league. Ghana Premier League no mo ye ni. Oton e beto. Ba foreign league bit me na time be nshira mo nye mo advert ma me. Eno na ye be because station nsu go a wo there for ya beka. Omo na Ampratwum nika papa bia na ne shata tete a wo so beka. What ya wa no de den dia kasa nyina wo nka pre. Wo beka. So therefore we king na asamba na aba. Senior we king asamba na aba.
Eno na ebo boso ya.
Asamba na aba me ka ho asem. Nti so onko ka na me ka say see. I don't know why they think like that. And because they think like that, they are not able to solve the issues in their party.
Yes. So to be for
then we create me koka dey. Like NDC we dey see ya me koka ka kire me. NDC we dey na see week ya me koka. What them radio so granting interviews bia na e ka. Mo se ada na e ka me koka dey. Ya na for us ko interview no. Me na me phone ko share wonsa. Menam kacha chema unyi bisa se ko kan no kono kan na menam kacha chema bute so nkodo wefem Gov TV enko kan no kan menam kacha na nan kansa bo na ebo mo ebo da ne apadi emu sa on granti sa interview jugu menam nim so atomo ba ka makufu menam nim so wa contractor wa mu nzu adeka menam kra nim se party bebe ba me ba wo kotra ono de ma minim wona mo be ka kire yen etine bia me ka se asam na wo ka kire wo ye election me kan wa in September time mo kafa mo flag bearer ho na yere mo time mo kafa kan Japan ho NDC for record ni na mo tensions no man mo kofa ba te mo kofa ba ni ya remind them don't try and hoodwink and blackmail and do some hallucination analysis ya no and then tiki obi ya journalist bi ba ya mo ya beka ya mo ya na ya meka ya wo ya na wo ya interview mu say you jimba pick video na ya ho analysis ya beka mon kama nuntu na mo kasa dodo a party leader speaks me say kodia I want for here I have my issues with kodia
okay
but only piece of na ya kese o say oh me kra na me take decision we ya enye yi into ministerial committee ni be kasa ba obi feel say me wiska
yes
I'm influential mintie me pa si say ti me makoye so ni ade a wi enye bi eni panisi ko de be ma hunti sabi bi se wontu mu ha mechi ar me respect no after a penny 50 years na me design bra wa bo mi mo bi but eso so ti mi hwe na nim ka no kraja papa wa anya ade eno na make you ni papa me madam fo no na ti mi hwe manim nka kire me say you jade a wo ye nye na de bi afa mfu na de nkrofo ko wu mu
na nya nkoda
ena de nkrofo ko se yi mu no o hena ni nya akukudro ba radio so be keka nsem na o keka ye no and no dia won che journalist no report asem o hena be kan na e problem
na wo afu no
na me kwa me kuma fra me no o ka so onye interview na ka metin nsem o be kan se wa ka kire me ese won nsem aka nya wa ka kire me ese nsem aka nya se chema bute be nyina one na twempena wa ka kire me ana man fo ko fa good with flow no bafofro no so ko so gain mu nyina ade aba mo na mo ko fa bai me yet ba Los FM my friend want to me interview ti me na me ka kire bia me yam sane caution to the NDC mo he nsem a mo ka no eno na e be report e dia mamo asoki enough senior
okay well Eugene Namotin in Kano Insha 104.5 and pay my main cow say Amantinen Kasai Community Bank Limited a bank baako a ene omama bank na ye de papa omo account we say save and secure your money obadachi account Christmas account omo ewo sala account fixed deposit ho salary account current account savings account susu account udu ho na oni wodi nkomo a we chirechire ni nyina ama wo hu be bia wo so odi sika sie ye wo loans and also ye dem fast and flexible insi hu da so na ye ketua be funeral loan microfinance loan agric loans your salary loans or business loans your susu loans transport loans ni na you will be honomo and nti udu aye Amantine Nkase Community Banker ade a wani beji papa omo other services bit say Western Union Unity Link Transfer omo Apex ewo honomo o say omo branches be kejetia ehwa ejura Amantine Atebubu yeji Kwame Danso na kejeji na more branches were hobit from 0501 290 952 and I'll be call omo branch be a ben will be a Manting and Kase Community Limited or say your genuine partner serving your interest onga promo no you go so I can for the amount say the minimum no 20 onga powder promo sachet and a 20 onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers. Na just say and also between the meaning afra na akodu 20 unya 20 a kama di unya we kakra no aka no do 20 e ba cho channel so ube dial star 713 star 27 hash ube win instant award instant prizes sika bebre 4 million Ghana City plus and the woman of prizes worth of prizes are obetimi enya energy channel so promo no 15th of August na ye or say terms and conditions apply we Food and Drugs Authority aye ahwe hu say ekoyie papa and energy channel so na also so fa ho ebeka ho na also nya achede papa video no kakra bra Facebook na be ne call so womo two quarter for womo so womo ne ma bra na be kakra yentie kakra de call so
Otie Kukurantumi ewo number 1 account radio station in Sha 104.5.
Instead of you to run, you are walking. Hurry up. Leave it here.
In Shiraya fan. In Shiraya fan.
Bra Facebook be had here man for so some fridges near the ade. Subhanallah. It reminds me of Escape from Sobibo. Now, who said a man for so someone near Mapa de Croix. Now, who was a massa, a more remo, more yapa papa, or Facebook. Quaya man for swam near my fridges near their day, man for bags, as so small no more call, as a more called Jenny B or Jenny to Sobibo. And I say, we are him for just say, ask him, Ara, who now me can say. We are not against say a two or more. Name international practice, then a 2-1 Quebec Biamawu. Enti ye ka se omote ho illegal inti omonko no ye ka ne tra sa enya dwuma sa o ye wo international practices wo ho ye wo mra wo ho ya se wo eto wa ye beka bia ma wo eno nti wo moto wo se omote ho no a enya won dia na mom ye wo conventions wo ho na no me ka kire sustainable development goals ho me kan kire wo de wo se onipa bia ne nsa eka ye wo man yimu hwan abai be na esi dan affordable house na ya kan wa kan Abai na be say affordable house na wo wanya bia higher na so wanya bia dem affordable to you. Affordable house na abaya bako o mo sisie no, is it affordable? Enti wo hwe mrante ne maba wo hwe mirika obi tuo mirika wo mokọ so mo fridge obi kura nya ne dan no kura obeso de akọ because oni bia wo koda. The passion na de kasa no nyese bia yetiam panimfo ma bi omudi o adwuma no de makasa zuba ne de kwan so ma bono ono aya we say personally me hia na abonaba so say sa na mo no otu na ye na mom ehi na wo mokọ. That is what we should think about. Say ya yanhwe ha mo betena ho obi atena ho 10 years 15 years obi kura ho ne be wo no oni ba bia okọ 10 years o nyese bia ye mfoa so but about from bi ho ye be wo no ho wadi be 20 years ho no watena onim na chi onim ba bia woko into say mirika omutu omoko no where are they going to stay? That is a question that we ask. Say you want international practices your laws are you bet me apply at least ebenya human face kakra. Because me na me wa TV mantem and na me be pepa bia di na me beduru ha and na me beduru ha na pani be set na ha na didi and waje me kakra and na mabobọ me sese wa ha na me ye adwuma en ka me mpese obi ba betu me enti mponka wo tu me kra hu se me your man papa me Ghana ni enti no at least national cake na ye ka ho asem no ye nche na obi enya kakra te bia ntaboda bi na no ba omia kan se obesi hostels e de maka ye fui e no ekosi sen enti nka ye sisi ya dan bia e affordable at least obi abetime nya ba bi kakra e niti ato enti sa no se nipa no kotena ba bi na eni se otena ho a utimi twa ba edisi ne so na wa ohedi ekosu ya bra wo so mo ko street ne so so mo do street ne so a utie asema branch ne kan ye so mo ko street ne so a enya enim ne be koso Sam Sebe Hussein Al-Hassan Abedru Hussein Ibrahim sorry Hussein Ibrahim Akwaba
Tacha madabo jom na moja redia frusani de nyankopon to me ho ye pa
de radiase
me sure say wo so
adum no also hear me so no den dia
me bitimi ho de bedamase ne ma so fodwuma de sunko am ye de boa Ghana nyina titru Asante Man me bomo ni mo production ye tiro ti kokoso asase so nana nyankwada we dey me den check ese e free Dr. Frank Amwakohene da Shanti Regional Minister so ye edema Asante Man nyina na mada Asante Man so ase say omokopi with the government buy no so chefa was say abani nya national cake no chefa was abani de Asante Man so no ye hu say eja Asante Man so ye dey den eba mu
That's right. Who say answer now ebe ko eme so o he nia kosu ya na me kan ho asemi. What's your opinion? You are free to tell your opinion. I mean, whatever you feel.
The me hu ni say izi Ghana angasa no Asante Man tem hanim say ateno. I say yeah amenyofo mienu no MPP and NDC. We di we na we di aye we.
Sir.
Enti say obi take bold decision na ba ko no wa chiri ho no kasa o person insight enkofo no mu take bold decision against timamufo no mu insight o mu against o mu se we sense no take bold decision na o person no so ka asem na ye hu say we ba ye no on na bepe wa asem.
Okay,
you see me day na eja to PZ no na me de hu say Asante Man mo hanim say especially sa enclaves one no yet a time bomb super because say eja to ho no hwe the way eja na se buy
yeah
na hwe enra structures here na omubugu. Just imagine. Nyame mpongo fufi anto
BBC
tena trosisi ya.
Yeah, serious.
And also no betimi de eka kese na dia brain. But I think say what I know is say it was something amudi can catch them already. Say if you say ni. But I'm just not sure we say at least a compensation be on man be kakra on anka buy bit me the amount almost na be ya. Eja almost bit me akwa koye settlement be na abo man ke beboa. And then now can SDD goes na kasa me mostly me follow.
Okay.
Me follow pa very important.
All right.
I was say ja ye tima mu fo no nyina ye won hayen. Wo hwe bibi to say your friend say Maslow theory.
Yeah. Abraham Maslow, yeah.
Yes, I was say at least maybe do to to there. Any can say
ebi was self actualization.
Yes.
Ebi so I feel now crawley was here.
And omo crawley was on crowd doors
I tell you.
Enti minim say a bold decision there, but going forward no.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah.
And you see one more reason so they say okay, so last week they went there. So money omo kwa kasaboko nanka omo eden omo evacuate omo. But o share the na cause on some of the boys no pelting. Yeah, they were pelting them with stones this animal no. And of course, on say no so the eden e dey beba. So I think yesterday exercise yeah she say e bin sensible because we na ye to free ho no. Obeko wachina obi so aba bebo nema wo ho no. So ensuo ye nema we se na be ya asantima mu be da ho. Garden City obi bedru Kumasi no fa ho no pa na ye kasa ha na Garden City. Serious. So I think
me ko fa ho na was an eyesore. Exactly. Enye baby a wo se nipa kra tena.
Exactly.
But me say one mama nipa na betena ho ahwe ma na tena ho bonesese awi atena ho.
Intina me blame successive government aban bia oba ABC da ba NDC me blame because ye na ye hwe han ma matena ho ayi dey ache e na nipa no so tena wo cha onim say ho ne akwa ye ne dey no enti na say wo ga kotu na dey ya dey wo ha kakra be dey e be ba but ye siesie asantema ma asantema nye dey enye kra be hwe Garden City ne pese sorry store Garden City and one juma dey ye hu say ewura zuba so
me da say so the make an zuba dey me personally know say my bona baso say say I dey bold because ye bisa che say e dey no betena ho I mean e den den when e mo kwan ya kan che decision there a bold decision I don't know what take it takes him to do that no one bit me say adwuma no but say na ye kan o your phones now here there o here now o here what you say I speak for the masses.
Yes, one thing I'm realizing is say ultimate take bold decision be say now we BBC ya do nipa no ende or how no become no for the same carton champion na 2 on man maybe or how become ni be even comfortable from life this animal
that's right.
So I think say Irazuba ye nyina internet na untimi mboa na Kumasi mpotemu no so no enya kra
punto no koye good na
senior
na otenden
adom ahweye ye ho den papa
good
me jide say won so ho den
adom no ntimi so me ho ye pa
ye da twede ampon kwa me
that's right
in Shiraya
ye chairman den ho kwaku apia asantima nyina koka otie odwumedie
good me chia no pay
emfa ema the incoming Ashanti regional chairman for the New Patriotic Party Mami Chianpa Obebibio na fe so me fenchi apa so ma the 2029 president of the republic His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia Mami Chianpa Obebibio and Nanope afe so yura Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh the Scottish trained surgeon the 2029 vice president of the republic Mami Chianpa era lawyer Justin Kodua general secretary the digital GFK Mami Chianpa and Henry Nanabuache Nanabi Mami Chianpa senior Hussein Kasem biem sa wadwen amaso o say yen amanyofo MPP and DC
that's right
so be a take bold decisions na na the opposition na wabechina ho na we incite ye omanfo no against the government the asema of person chiri na say omomo ye bibi na ye bibi for incite nkrofo ne de etia wo otre ebio who say so person trese MPP ni NDC
atebena bebu atebene ebube
opese o trese MPP ni NDC ni MPP ya de papa kurana emra no mo opposition so mo ye bi it a twem agency say so be kai the Fitch and Moody's Bloomberg ni ade omo report omo de ba nansen ya uti azama mo kan omo say the DDEP the previous government in the year no eno na me this economic turn around Okroma so okay or see the bold decisions of the previous government nti ohun and the MPP for ye yet semo say MPP for ye yet semo a by this time Zuba won nkofo no nya issue yes say MPP me say ye yet say the NDC for eye in opposition now me say nka by this time nka omo ne nkrofo no mo wo bebi omo to omo nyina nya issues because NDC in a opposition nka by this time omo the tribal politics o and nka shess ade we NDC in a opposition e wo krom ha and MPP mayor say me dwiri e ho free wa nka be politics tribal politics o me wo krom but MPP entes ha MPP o man Ghana da yakoma so o man Ghana e da yakoma so ye pese Ghana ye ye pese Ghana ye die ye te say sankrofo we because ye te say wo mo a me se Ghana nko nanimo say MPP say ye even quarter of the NDC for ye tie in opposition na me se Ghana nko nanimo but MPP ye wo man no do ye pese o man ni ko animo ye pese o man ni ko animo it is Zuba oh yeah yes no who jiri no enza ko janko to because ye hu de ACB okrum happen but ye jiri we say ebedu next year no the next year so betumi aye bi mo because because ye be friend atia no aka say dem person you lose election me say send this will be bia that was come here in the last year as roughly by the close of the year we no my bibia because next year no bibia no be cause oh my God because some baba jai akoko mo ntokwa because already ashasi ndra me nyamfoni bi hwe ni right up bi hwe ya me hu say omo say the vice president of this way mami Jane Oshia NDCM's regional chairman for say nkomo no e say ono so person ko contest ni bi o ese dun ketia so de nam ha Julius de Brad nam ha me say omo so mbekon mo tokwa o man we o meja ne dampan from 2027.
All right, Naje, me that's it. But Hussein, asama Naje kano, and nasa wo crowd share no. So we hear miracles aboaje, any other matters arising, akochiwe, I say ne agentre hano. Utie MP before almost say power as a sound 2 minutes basa. Na yes you ba, na just say you do me, I do you. Sana say akoye. It does it confirm ne wo kan
me da se bi oni akwanya outside amame edikan me pese me yenyina yenkambo mu na yenda Yura Ibrahim Mahama ase andra me hu write up bi on social media mo colleague journalist bako dodona friend efia it's a friend Georgina Kwatin aja
25,000
pa ya cancer in fact Ibrahim Mahama ababa domuno $25,000 say fanko ye procedure emnya dem enfama no nem boss oya de ntie nyina ye bona baso na ye nana se because asante mentem ho hanim se ye de share baako o kan Suzy Pinaman na ni so ko say ye o de no ko UK ekoboa ma no hoto no in fact MPP for ayi baako a ono so ye fe no Honorable David Ansa Opoku a o MP o so onya accident na accident no nyaa no nerves ni bi kurampo ye say e man 9 week ehunu ma ne sere de na ne sere akwa ye pa o say oko in fact oko unconscious he was unconscious na doctor ni no taman ho e ba no so doctor ni ka chen say onya ne tie say Ibrahim Mahama so de ne be kwa ma no ne na okwa boa no in fact on one try take it on one say try na bills nyina o say na owo ho kra no Ibrahim Mahama sa ba ho e be hwe no sa be boa no into we de enye MPP nye ndis we eto a menu na je to na mimpangu me say to na mimpangu say me nkwe ba ana say na je nkwe ba na say e bro eye
Doctor
for and I say your horn ding is sick as some so. Eddie, a bishop say, you been out from my bed and my boy. Now, with my city bit my young qua. In the end, Ibrahim Mama say, sure, it's a gift. It's a gift. Country Ghana for Musu will be. Ghana for will be say, yes, sir, Mummy Sins, you BBC, because me can't branch with friend Awuchi, the tallest man. I almost on the Ghana, and now, almost just last week here. Ono so ko how bi mu gidi me no kase si brain mama so onko tamale wakotuatu a omo ye procedure de amana se de bia obenya eya ahoden nti Ghana Nyankopon e de Ibrahim Mama adomi nti yenda na se na yenyi politics de dem free mo quick one on Nana J Kase bi se me say NDC ya de a na MPP4 go against cite citizens and the same thing applies to NDC for so. In fact, statement now making I think an agency listening is part of communication. In fact, I was emphatic say a ban KGTia na me can KGTia insensem and general it wasn't about economy. So citing Fitch Moody's is neither here nor there. Na me KGTia asem. Okay. And you see no can says I no can also KGTia market no. Okay, say chama want to me. Eko boy ma me no ma no say ba bitu galamsey wo. Say o kan ni na. You say bitu galamsey wo. Me bam you say bitu galamsey wo kejetia. In fact, Nana Jadamfo ba ko MPP communicator eko tena o yerepa. Eka kire Ghana for titu asanteman say kejetia market ni Dienti Ramahama pam mo free ho ne say e ho na MPP for ye rally a omo ye campaign a e ho no ko sia bobo mo ano. Na Yera Mahame sister the MPP for nya baby nkojina nya rally. Nana J Angasa, he knows this. So opo mo a omo ye against anema na eye mo a mo buru Yera Mahame nua ye ma me ne mo kofo mo betena so mo mpa mo to ase embo Yera Mahame dua ne kejetia market no e galamsey site na da bi ya ye de ama e asantema nti no is neither here nor there. You see on the Yera miracles about issues no. In fact, MPP for Nankasa no me I don't know. Minim say bia omunim say ye no ye free different planets so and afi ni aba bedu Ghana me no de bia meka Yera John Dramani Mahama ade ba kwa me de paper pana sem ni say ono se kan de twa bankum twa nifa ono onfa so ye MPP ni we NDC ni obetwa we say obetwa NDC ni say twa MPP ni say odi bone a me kai pa say abrana NDC ye wa ba mu no Abraham NDC a co-position. Instances be by NDC appointees, ministers. Omo to omo safre omo ebi mo ko arrest omo ebi mo kro omo nam council omo ko parliament e raginapo. En omo ko omo de AK47 ekohia no rifle ni bio ekohia no say omo oba ni fia ba behwehwe niam e laptops na the phones ina de kwa broche omo kwa kohwe Amerideal 510 million okay okay ça issue we na that time no na mo say rule of law meboa yenja mamran due diligence ye den and a due process ye den enkoso enti ejai bibia ema na enema na ekoso eno no enti NDC ni bia ni hono ma o pesa o ka na o pretend to say de Yera Mahama ba ye no na afi de enema ekọ no Yera Mahama ba enema ekọ no aginsemu unim Dr. Sylvester Animana no ye director of health under NDC co-position. In fact, Papa we know a visually impaired. Okay, visually impaired. Na ni nyina eden. Na ni nwa de ye. Na so enti ade ye. Enti asem ye. Papa we American as not a wheelchair mu. Me nua no MPP for ya. Every day no more than fa trot na de no court. Adentra because musim hu say ambulances insensem no no director of health inti na eden ya onimu bi. Inti every day papa we to wheelchair mu na mo de no ko. Satem no bi anka ncham se ne ye rich hunting no because satem na musim mo ye den mo de mra na rule of law na ye adwuma meboa. Unim Victor Salome. Otu kwa monane. Oba papa ne yare o. Airport no muhia no Rambo style. In fact papa no kan dance wom MPP for the no ko shense wom. Abrana oxygen si papa we su won se wom. Victor Salome o. That time no bi enu anu ne muku because na mo say a rule of law. Ena Ghana ye bia de bia ye ka corruption. MPP corruption, NDC corruption, MPP corruption. Eni Yera Mahama eba no two this oba be be friend resetting. Oba be resetting sa corruption scandals na ekoso MPP ba na NDC ba MPP ba na NDC ba no oba ye no yenim yewura mahama in fact yewura bugapele time be no mo started so mo ye ne trial no enya ndo yewura John mahama yewura mahama ankasa na dan for bugapele kura no ode ne fa mra kwan so okay maame Victoria Hama omu nyina yewura mahama e de omu fa mra kwan so e me bi refund this kan bi kura sa e den e de baye enti se o ma ne koye se enne se MPP for fraba mu nti no se dwurum de ne kata hihye bi akoso na se ye de obi ba se nipa ne be yi ano na obeka se rich hunting omu terms omu use or say the tomorrow is pregnant onim say pregnant miscarriage to me ba so if tomorrow is pregnant pregnancy now can was miscarriage to me ba miscarriage ni say Abraham Mahama make sure say na point is no kra no and there by a corruption scandal ben pana what is a corruption scandal and they were John Mama aye bohunde what be sada baby before by first 4 months moving Pina Company Limited okay bust contaminated for saga nini na ye name see under mo time mirakasa boaje moja na nam numu no enu abi na nam yewura chachuchu katamu enu abi ena nam Victor Salome mu enu abi ena nam Sylvester animanamu adenti na ndade e MPP de musemu ntiase banda mo no na mo ye rule of law o kan wayomi wayomi na yes financial loss na ko na yesen 51 million cedis me boa wayomi o kan hamno twa sa anwum no enya MPP for time na je na mano kita mic wayomi ama Ghana for nyina say 51 million cedis wayomi financial loss akọ so de ama o man ni and the miracles asema ye kan wasem sika na yesika sen yes ye una now 55 million cedis 55 million cedis na enso nche wayomi de no mi bisa enso nche wayomi de no enne we a public officer we a public offense office holder first o trim say emre bi bedu atemu da ho de man accountability ho de man wakọ akọje office osu ye coordinator de IMMC oseden na ye kpofra ba mu na nipa na omayi ne foforo na aba no ama omayi forensic audit ni kire say 55 million cedis bi afa kuntuna se ama yehu bebi esika fa na omo start investigation last year. In fact, Miracles was aware say omo ye investigation efa no ho and last 3 weeks he was aware and even before that no they had even put him on and omo yi bi omo tembe omo use kire say omo hia no within that stipulated time no enti that so omo manu tukwa na so manu ko baby and obedru ye na port onum immigration for na nkasa alert ye na ombeta mu no and omo de no call you see omo found no call evidence no mo kope evidence no mo kope and na evidence no mo kope no de ba na ehu bi e wo Ghana hanim sei mu ready nkofo ye wura eye tubuafo e de na mo amfa anye no mu betam no ko se mo kope evidence and that de na asesa nya atwumbe nie and MPP for mu de na di politics mu and that the MPP ni ekodi bone na se mra ne ye adwuma de a MPP for say da bi o yewura mahama or ye rich hunting yewura mahama or that MPP for da bi o na meti omu general secretary mi rahuye MPP general secretary wasi yewura mahama peso okọ tetem no hu se mra kasa boaje na obi a okasa bebrebe enti na wate na tumu oh general secretary kasei na minua na je opese de no waka hwe nkofom kofom ba so mo be demonstration demonstration obi kasa kra na sit me tu obi ka hwe hwe nkofo no sebi mpedua sa wo de hwe mo no mu gina ho no na de ema bufu sem crime ahwerho e wo se Ghana ni bia wo ha ne ma utie mi enna no pay ni se wo ye babunu ana wo ye maame na se wo ba epeso ode no ko do amanyo ko bia and opti and this man fa no ko do MPP for one reason adentra mu ye demonstration lawyer ni kwesi botwe junior okwo ho no makwa akoma demonstrators ni nsuo ni niam ohun sa na da soro no ye friend striker o and san percentage in fact me obi a me minimum samu me frɛ obi o ba o say between 30 to 40%. Wo dey say 40% e dey atoka mu lawyer ni MPP ni say wo dey kwama ye maame nim ma aya o ma wo mo say emabunu so omo mbra be demonstration to omo num we na omo adwen se na be ya o betimi akọ so ntokwa ne niam ni police for the asi ani ne hu se na international obi ahu and then nuboni na de bia yakun ntokwa ne bi ni o me ka say no me nka me unimade ba kwa e ma me ta hu say MPP amanyoku a che say eni kwa so obiade no jo o kan ye friend say ye wura jonkuma na me fa ne kran say o free mu no eye omo ye by election ye ma me no omo say omo de wi e de a share ye friend say envelope mu e de 100 cedi account wi e ma me no live TV o kasa say MPP for the we e de share envelope mu de mo so omo ngin ennom se na be ya omo dwen be say atima fight akon ama omo nya elections no. Why must you reduce air politics to this? Why must you do this? Ya ma me mabu no masiso na na jetu o ma na laka so no onum o ma na striker say onum but in the lawyer near to me the ensa 40% o in fact e do so kra cha alaji bo 38% na onya no e 2024 elections no e da come ye ma so monum no say me the mechanic say the air koso ne no MPP na na Germany no kosi o ka chem say oral nya adwuma da operation cover all loot na nya adwuma na na je catch them plain live TV o say oral nya adwuma and then me be say na je say oral nya adwuma na say nya adwuma enne enye ni pa ko pa miracle so me ni pa tu ye from ko gerarapia ga o hwe yoko for release no mo ye na guy na start to cry refunding ni sika ni bi meboa sio minu mi no akodi bone minu mi no akodi bone na omo de mi no akogina emre ni mo ye investigation na o wa start air refund sika ni bi ade na eka eka say ampa say 55 million cedis no afa kuntu na se ba bi na me de bia me kasa asemwe I'm a politician ebetimi atomi de bia entimi ka we no maka kire NDC appointees ende yes edua na se atena se ade wunu ntekuma entra se ntonku.
That's right.
The air course no ye hu ni say NDC so beko opposition.
Okay.
And we want government do bia no on be continue the era mahama because era mahama emra no na je ti ha mi bisa no onka one emra yoko abrichi.
Okay.
Emra ba kukura ni wa yoko ayeden abrichi. Enti se emra ne so MPP mu dia hey ekoso NDC mu dia and MPP for mu pe Ghana for abato na moto no corruption na ekoso no na ade na etete Ghana eka hu bi conservative agent eka hu bi nti na ma sa de mani siye ukoko mo si bill condition chano so kai mi MPP for na ngonwa lawyer ni na wako wo de we say o client yes ye ma no bill yes oh to e bia 10 million cedis e bia to 1 million cedis e was a lawyer ni no unhu ni say obetimi akọ variation wo ho meboa yen vary na lawyer ni waja court wo abegina court of public opinion abegina abonten na wo kasa say oh say ni say me ho ano no uwie na akọ court wo no ma okwa na akọ say omuntiso no ma je atumate so de ama adentina mo yesa okay number 1 okay number 1
okay
number 1 paid about 500 million omo ni bail condition no okay yewra Amoabi UT Bank he paid 110 million okay kwabnado for 100 million what you me to say 54 million what you me say bail condition of the man was 54 million
okay
entende na mrakasa boaji de nkwa de musi say
all right
enti moja na na MPP mu no yes a moja na bi na NDC fo mu ana
all right say eje
senior
si moja na MPP fo je no na NDC fo mu
me de betche no because esa na ya twra ma no se omba radio so no mumra TV so no mumeka communication is any drama woman and I have their speaking blue to blue sani drama woman because as you speak only any information about the Yoko kika no omo kenkai the Yoko de Babontino and I can tell you that document no mo de Babontino entro fabrications just say unim miracles almost omokoche no dey na omokoche say why dey and omo betina have a catch be quote or say 55 million Ghana cedis and I'm challenging the Yoko miracles nso aka say omo be fa na omo de ne ko share ho no $55 million Ghana cedi nkomo bie no wa ekoso. And to date, what is say? Iyoko ababonten abeka bibia fa. What is so aka bibia fa ho? And I am in the first class. So I must say, Abrante be a friend of Gerard was one who churches can be. I am draw. Iyoko kanokre. Me from day one. Ayoko almost asked yes or more. Yes, I want money, man. From day one, Bepemne, Iyoko nka bibia mama jedita. And we are Ghanaian. Iyoko no kanokre. On kanokre. Miracles say 55 million Ghana cedis in Komobien wa a course. Until death, me no kasi. Iyoko no and to me ma bontain and me cast miracles boy. Omo create story no. Just omo de be save image bi omo image. Because I am needless. Some of no. And omo say obi former first current executive secretary so one on akoye audit report bi. And sa audit report no according to miracles omo man no or respond here blow by blow. And oma ma bontin biu. Oma ma bontin biu. And utie omo komo na. Omo say oh and Nigeria be tue sika ne enye no kre o ya Ghana ni afato nchen enye no kre. Almost say audit almost say audit one line back could be audit 2022 consultancy work be and sir a procurement process no which is 5 million Ghana cedis. Just a line in that audit you know almost your montiasie almost the buy miracles responding actually womu ama the current executive secretary etiasie
in Shiraya
omo NDC for no nim ni omo yo and I am do say Remonacha oye Iyoko boss ni say Iyoko for no omo no di NDC e be co-position and me manage pa because omo NDC for ni co-position because miracles omo go change say why there and miracles be abontino what can the wom say in komokra me ni Iyoko for ni kodi ye no sa 55 million Ghana cedis ye dey asoma Hussein ni nkro for metal radio so ngano san komo no kra mpi ho and to that Iyoko ntumi meka bibia mfa ho and utie wo mu a oh no ma bobon krofo din and as ankrofo no mu ye nipa che miracles and as miracles ye nipa che wo mu obi enu ha osuro accountability obi enu osuro ba monti asese dia mo ye no momfa mranye adwuma momfa oni akono nko gina court na court mo no kwadu and what dia boboba wo adubu a in case no what atani general no say die o say minya dance die bia emphasize there no and this is the people almost mubu mayo ma bon time and this is for bon because omo opposition no omo ye dede magana for gi omo tumu say corruption e koso anaya sa namoga and then uzi abedana say me bizana na eje ora na yejuma na zen yejuma unim nanu president mama koditro o say omanya eye a friend saying 600 million Ghana cedis be from say ora and na kwesbo cho betena ha o kan ho asem no o tworo koma Iyoko tworo koma president mama atani general say on fan crofo ni din betuda yes money di yes money tin e chichedi anamebo unim se bepem ne omo respond to junior kwesbojo bepem ne it is also ora na ye adwuma one Ghana cedi watumi age amai usi MPP for this kan yes anu paint picture yes anu kai it ye ban ye baba be chi wo magum yes it enai ye ko 2 years nie o to min jeli ni pa ba akokrampo I see we via o mine sika unam nchen na wo ye antis na wo chi tiktokers wo chi eye everything obi a o kasa eti aban no enu na wo chi omu jeli wo can you imagine obi a so beji ezika mai Camilla Alhassan tiktok ana mo koche no emfaso ben ne wo so amu jeli no emfaso ben ne wo so mu se mu obi edisika mu beji sika na mai enso say dey for munduminchi wo mu say there tiktokers for na mochi wo concept government concepts and na yakaseti amu a mu si yenkotie me say munti MPP fo nyangu munyeli wo mu because Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo me say na oye angel surabofo atem didie ba ne ndi Akufo-Addo e wo krom ha atem didie ba ne ndi no but ne President Mahama ne nkrofo ye kaseti amu a na mo se yenkwache wo mu
in Shiraya
concert people oman na chemu nsamo and this for no man na ji omu nsam omu hu kotokuo efa cranshem because in opposition in some men and nkrofo we yanka MPP for Samijan fin some men wanka Felix Ofosu kwache some men wanka President Mahama himself is a man wanka is a man wanka mamuno yechemo muno yejelimo iki yejelimo a kama Malik Basintali and the likes in komo mgufiase but today musu obi criticize mo idi akwa na friends saying corruption also no body. What say the difference between NPP no and the NDC na clear. Because NPP ye ba bemwa ye junior mine who your mine sika boa e your man for no. NDC for no mba no ma wiase omubotom. It maybe NPP wo position ye be ka se nkrofo we wiase sika no na ye wo bibia ye nan ye den esiso. It ye ba ye hu adwuma na ye gie man for no sika ye den e de ama wo mu. Na ye de nkro NDC for na say to afiase. And then no person must score points to be. Say, yes, you're watching Muncrofo, yes, you're jailing Muncrofo. Now, Munko jailing Crofo, I'm say TikTokers. Oma musuma disikano, omwai. Mudi ora danye tunsa ora. Me say $21 billion. Oma di $500 million. Amaye. 21 billion. Omaji even $1 billion. Amaye. Concert people. Ya ton ya de my way am nkrofo way am mo ye Ghana for de mo pe. Ba mo nti asese e dey bi ba. Sa de mo ye mo ntumi nya bio. And mo nti asese the day atumi be sesa wo krom ha. The day atumi be sesa wo krom ha. De mo ye ni nyinara. Se be fi aka kire mo. Se tumi wo hoyi e di adane. The day atumi be sesa no. The current appointees mo nyina ye. We will come after you. It may be our way, obey account to the states. It may be our way, obey account to the state. Sanya who say Metana Hakai. So, and this be opposition. Only so be opposition, and I will misbehave with his Emily. And Brown from Ranyedma. Because ye are manual for Yanyaba, ye need the goodwill of Ghana. Ghana for Ghanaians. It is Yanya dear pet. Hey, to me, a dear than you. By 20 months ago, 19 months ago, not the NPP in the Wagunyasu, and NPP will fear. Yamau 4 years today, which are almost a year, 1.5 years. Says a year 4 years in the Bimu, so Nusa. There's the mama and a guy, or see me obey 2 years old. Or see me obey 2 years. Now say I never know what Chamubebre. It's Tiasese. That's the new mamuni yoku for yen. Mo microphone bebre ni na the young ones more party no more fire munjele muna sam to some way ebeba mso se to me esisa e wo krum ha se ya se to me esisa wo krum ha se ya muna sa de we beba mso it is miracles aboaje. Let me state it on record for the Ghanaian people NTS say iyoko fo fa na mo be fa no any release our de ba bontin our move fabricated intro ato miracles aboaje so say 55 million Ghana cedis bi afa ne sase ne ade ade ni nyina no enya no kre o ye Ghana ni abotugu and even no be fa no sa 55 million Ghana cedis nsem na mo ka o de be to abontin a communicators na be tena radio so a o mo ka ho asem no sansem na ankoso ho sa discussion ankoso ho because 55 million Ghana cedis nsem bi eni ho bi eni ho. And miracles about Bontia be case. Satem na yen kre. And o se yen kre no. Be pim na Kukurantumi ma bonten e meka bibia fa ho. Because we hu se wo gu nanimu ase. Yokufo na gu omo hu ase. Because dede omo ye okroma yakochi omo ni dance die bi o. Omo ye sad de no to please the NDC soldiers. Omo ye sad de please omo keke. It is our release bi na mo hu yen a bogus and mo phantom chain. A bogus. And also the current secretary, executive secretary for one when you know. I will see how you audit no.
Ombra Bontino make us a summer, na Jenny Miracle seeking, and Yanokre. In 2022, consultancy work, procurement process. And I was a one tiasi, Tio. And I would talk about miracles. And the miracles are responding here one after the other. And no responding since Amren, Pepim Simri, Umba Bontin, and Mekabi Baby. And you go for say all because miracles declare say or Baba be or be contested the national communications officer for the new patriotic party. Iti or ye turn in their flesh to Yankonko Tata. Mamuntia says, Demo ye and Mubuno.
Right.
Nemum says, I send it, dene. I send it, dene. Iti and this for no mom and who say, hey, the damo your opposition. Nagana for if it's a mobile at the Papabio. Uniza. The damn Crawford a year opposition. President Mahaman and Crawford a year opposition. Nagana for few say. And this is for a baba beyond papipi. But sir, ye wo.
All right,
and Hussein, Mr. Reno. Menu nyina young boys. So what I say? Introna dos to. Is the market ko sibo jesu? Who says the I'm sending message? You see, yen kan kra wa man say. Na yen
tie. So
striker
nana.
Akose
Ensano.
Apeteshi.
Striker nana. Oh, I have seen it.
You see, Mamiga Samcho. Also, Yaman. So I say, Namano Samna ye. You see, Yan can crew. Because a day be ba. Hey, after politics, there is life.
Okay.
Build a relationship.
That is a young cray.
Hey, so also one video. Striker was the one when you say a striker, and I say the body. Wouldn't my common friend striker?
Alcoholic drink.
Wouldn't matter. Maybe you might cool.
Okay.
Because me no be cried.
Okay.
Maybe I will say
you have to say alcoholic drink.
Maybe I will say so I say. It's make a check Ghana for.
All right.
And then they say.
Okay.
Ne one more mukoye sa demonstration na Hussein better na who do your matter no. Say a be mo see too, a be mo see a bit like or person paint a picture be say microphone no call. A year this a year demonstration or moon same fata. But Montia says a be to Abama.
Okay.
A bit to Abama.
All right, Neje.
Say no moon same fata. Sancrophone mo from the so-called junkies was a 1 year.
Me da se bi me ba cho Insure FM World Cup Fiesta no munim se ejinem den ochina finals nyasem keto kra feeling no SG more ho ne bodde mu a bibia koso kama giant screen now head say the original park so na oji a chede de kan predict and win nyina koso na enwuma kuo yi na so yasne ya de breo ABA Herbal Clinic me ba cho udru ho no o yare ya say wani na ye oya ana say oba obunsa o menstrual problems and I say why emre won pem prostate problem liver problem kidney problems about your p o di dru ha e be say ya de ye wonu pa ho pa e wo ubehu ye kira kwan e wo ABA Herbal Clinic ubehu ye kira kwan wo kwada so kumase ya dwunase main market na chiri pe doma hinkro so ye wo ho ye be Beneza Preparatory School no ye ne apia kubi cold store no ebo ho betwa friend 0541 565 199 and 0502 812 161. Now, when loved window and door systems, I can't just say, Shakram Fobufu, Sanse, Ubinawa or her, or how pa, and Apono, and then Poma Odi Sil Odayano, say, sorry, say school, say, wow, fee, when loved, and also do any extra, a son say, one more, and a papa pano, ho, which one from 0537 817 472, and 0561 000 555, and now only Eddie in Como, Atmakoma Rural Bank PLC, Simin Cancho say, or 11 branches for Frokra Webiano Ewo Edum prisons roundabout wha yes somo sompa and you know who say bank bia bank the and so who say ye ni no and I see enwuma ye no e danso kra bosia na ope and I said then na ope adwinchire bi na ope say ye mo no adwuma nko entumpon mama de branch makwa Rural Bank PLC bebo ye adwuma free adwada go si fiada anopa no mo twe apemu Egosi no 9 now between friends 03222 98900 and 0594 100 200 Bigo Energy. If I show you traffic move say rush up be Bigo Energy emo ahu kikana kosro papa we Trillium Industrial Company Limited na kofa dia ba 0249717777 and 0207063117 mineral water also no me Vena mineral water papa eni krojin ni nyina ye Trillium Company Limited na kofa dia ba 0249717777 and 0207063117 Hussein
quick one Nana J say NDC ebe mu no one city crown yentimi nye den engine fi ora mu me pese me kind bibi kakra wa hana we ye Maslock Maslock CEO no also according to the acting chief executive officer of the Maslock Abigail Akwambia Elomensa, the minority leader has failed to fulfill his repayment obligations for a 500,000 loan secured for a group in F2 minority leader and you are marking good ocean another publication now you see minority leader to 500,000 nina into ora ya juma na so ora nya juma medium also one city ko intimi nya den NG and I make sure say minority leader senkenye send this bar power ka 500,000 no o Felix obe meeting obligations went to ya enti ba ko na maka che on
go on kiti
again. In fact, MPP communicators, to say Nana Jemu, they are not helping their former appointees. Because, say, yes, it's I think to try anything. What the hell him say, appoint, in fact, your original chairman, you're a chairman, and Chibosiako, chairman to me. And ne, chairman to me for court about Bunko to J, no, two and actual throw, after Yakupon say, Radier, Uncle, I know be a many down so. The ama ye anhwe ye edim be wie bone mu enne chama untumi okota na so ni court so court what the plea bargain bi wansem plea bargain asire say chama untumi aka me ate ase say eja Moses kase no mde a wo de mesrɛ mu muma yen kasa kakra na nkakra menye den na mintua enti se wa anya obetu eska mi bisa wo se wa ndi bone obetu eska Nana J, you must know this before you come here and defend things and you can say they will defend it. Again, Nana J so nim striker. Nana J, who names a striker here and say alcohol. I have 40%. In fact, percentage of switch alaji bombe 38 no nya no. Who names a striker? I have 40% alcoholic. Striker and a lawyer everybody here meba edu anu akasa ewu de meba edu anu akasa edu maybe the you see the difference between also onim sense you see the difference between MPP and the NDC Nana Jachin is here also onim sense but once me so me nim sense no me ye ho research every beside here and NDC communicator here ba they make sure say be research please allow me. Okay, I was quiet. Allow me. When I'm done, you can come in. Please. But me research who say alcoholic. Nana J, you see?
Or a Muslim?
Again. Nana J. Nana J. Kasano, you see? Who say President John Mahama? You are for the toilet. You are for the catcher. The secretary. You are Eugene himself. On Tronkoma, OSP no investigate Rajon Mahama okay say okay pa okay Yera Mahama crowd ya investigate no ya de no ko gina mranim Yera Mahama ko gina mranim how much more Yera Dennis Miracles and answer na jeti way you see intimi asema make no on say me kasa me catch you say the national secretary crasi Yera Mahama person ko 13 enti na wache Miracles aboaja den edina tumu anya sa no kan and then na je so a kire sampa say esoro no de wosoro no na wase ho ye de nim say ja esoro de no na e bia ye kakra say ase on so sa ono so ka bibi say de enta Yera yakoche Miracles ni say Yera Miracles person ko MPP communication officer you see this kind of politics ye njai o ka we na so mo ti form ni tie wa o meka say na nkofo we say na mo see on politics different enti misra na je mo mi nja sa politics na ye den ye no now we can say
go nkete
no me metna ha nim say na mabo Yera Mahama abaso yes me bo na abaso say onya disuadi hunu say enkokwa ye import free Ghana ha nim say o hwe ye importation e banko annually nko yet me import be $350 million enkoko de bag na hanum say na wonya ni so ade hunu say wodi bibia e friend enkoko nketenkete beba na jt o ebia woni fie na waje nkoko kakra be 20 be 50 be 100 no aye omo na mesumanya bi na households no yenyina yenya bi nkakra ne aye omo ye omo a one ye wura mahama so adwuma no create one indirect ba unim because one enkoko no ye se ton o ton wi a no reinvesting wo de nkoko na nkasa sa wo sa akofa nkoko no bia begum again yes no twi homade no nya den
ompa nsakwa
bi no twi homade a opapa ne nsakwa wo betimi awibi
oh yes
enti household o hwe nutrition Ghana hanim say NCP akukọ force etimi da eye fridge mu aburochire be 10 years akukọ force o ansana bedu Ghana ne say dey ato fridge mu a ye hwe ahonden a ewo mu na ne aban de bibi say aba e wo say ye ntimamufo no ye na e wo say ye nya eye adwempa bi ye na wo se ya dwene yiye ye hu se wo se ya ade de bo oman no intime I condemn omo kuma akokọ nyina se omo wi nkokọ ni nyina no aban na dwene wo ho ba wo nwene wo ho unsan dwene aban no ho enti going forward no bibia no and I think say bibia be si bia no you take a lesson from the esinimu
okay.
You learn a lesson from it so there be a subsequent years no so oba be bibisa na you know how to go about it.
Okay.
Enti minim say we, but you see, yaka we ni susu make asembi. I think say a Greek minister, Yewra Erikopoku, ene Yewra John Mahama. Omo dream ko bibi so. Me pese me twa omo dream si bibi so. Ebi omure, ebi omo sele hu ye.
All right.
Me nuanu ma moto yi. Omo ti be bibia o. Me ka say me o da me ba. Yeni, me nuanu MPP for moto, omo ti be bibia o. O ka say abred ankokon nketenkete beba no. MPP ni kwatena TV so say o be kra yare. Edi efra monone aba be kum nkukọ no sa okay etu unye sure se MPP ni ntimi kwọche nkukọ enkum nkukọ mfangu pan mu entwa video na MPP ni ntimi nyana obi obetimi akra yare de aba nkukọ na sebi mpre because my home videos be brain so a nkofo ye nkukọ na nkosua kura no omaye omukita e wo crate mu ebi mu ton nkukọ nkosua ebi mu so ton mo nkukọ no enti me enhu me who only one video be and I say 1 or 2 videos be and found rubbish policy nkukon kitenkete policy no
okay
that Greek minister is working because obaye no yehu nema bebre a oye a bebo ye nyina first fertilizers egu ho pro ye e what ko pro koko ase no e ko pro e wo koko warehouse and na me no ka say obaye fertilizers so wan ka so 100 chi no rei hwakuafo no ni gi aye den eba enema ye se beboa eye timamufo no se wo se mo so mo dwuna ban no ho because me aso me kan say okay tama ye de en confirm me say na je be kan confirm no me ye ntime kama ye start say pese ye san de man ne boa ye ma me ye papa no mo northern region no mutimi ye bi nkakra no me no mi no to enim say confirm nyam boa bi o mutu ekwa ama no ne me no to mi ye nim but MPP for it me manufacture consent omutime manufacture bibi say a confirmative to Africa ha akọ Burkina ama Ghana ni gidi yo enti nipa we na wontime kwọche nkukọ nkunu enka se nkukọ na yura mahama nkukọ nketenkete no ene yewe no mimi de MPP ni de se unam ba bi na wo yeso wo pe obi a obetimi de asema to so na wo kwọche MPP ni apa bi fa because MPP for they are very good but this time around no I think the social media and MPP say omo how can say pay TikTok MPP benyana ka social media ni wiase
I see
because the same people for on say kama ma mu say let be pop up aba e kire say and the MPP Ghana police service for ekochi obi kotu mu you see sanema we nyina ye nema and MPP ni betra ha ka no on kaka no biewo intimi the rule of law no ene nkokon ketenkete no me de metimi aka fa ho no nkokon ketenkete no it has come to stay let's encourage it na je kura no sa opeso ye bia me mani bi ye be bo no anya bi e na wo no menya sure say bia obenya sa mindset ne say obechi nkokon nyina ayeden awe but ebia ni obi foforo benya mindset no so obechi nkokon ayeden awe nti meaning say going forward no ye hwe eye mode and as a mode like the first year den e dey selecting nkokon dey nkokon ayeden e dey more I think it will really help
wo yo so ma nkokon ni bianye
na me hind am ye den nkokon me hind am ye den nkokon uni baranda also nkokon adwe you see say upejuma din wo krum ha and say Okasama NDC. The Hussein Betna ha egg a demonstrated say only anything about this in Kuko Kitinkiti project. What demonstrated say the government no enim nia woye. Obetna ha what demonstrating no. And what demonstrated to see say only facts about this project. What demonstrated say na then na Kuko Kitinkiti as a mobile can Kuko Kitinkiti as a man no akofa say police what you be to police for munji go phone to Mundebia. You see, I demonstrate to her to see you. You see, ya Ghana sika 200 million Ghana cedis. Fako old cedis in the mami. Ube to me diako. 2 trillion. Anamebo. Yes sir. 2 trillion. Ya fan mienu. Ese ya kwa kran koko abakrum. Na minister akotena abedwafo animu a o say NDC fo no mde nkokon ketenkete ne ma wo mu no o makum nkokon na hwe assign the videos asene no who say ti say MPP ni etumi ko yes ade no. Can you imagine sankrofo eni edi tumi ama wo mu o mine su o mine tiem because nkrofo na beties your mine sika so a o mu fom o mine sika nyafu then you kukuru on my sika 200 million Ghana cedis. It's an as you speak in Kugon Kitten at Tonsium, no impact, zero impact. 200 million Ghana cedi Ghana for sika. Echo West. You catch them and a monty. Say a dear monkey. And ya dear bet me a year you come. And ne Minister Nane Mutu. Or some Kukon near the man this for Mukumari. Because en Kukon Kitten. A yan this for any of the ma woman. A yan this for any of the ma woman. Katam Samewa. Yet a mamu Mukumari. 200 million Ghana cedis. Yet a tongue coco. Oh my baby. Say what say will be ye bibi. Am I coco some? Am I import to some? I now cloha. You want the big friend saying, farm see you, Krum. And then now won't fight is investment. Sikana ko show mumu amamunyan in commercial quantities. And the meno kase, unim say poultry farmers, the farmers omusu. Say feed. From why diama wo. Feed why diama. But you for 200 million. Ako krasan kuko way. En kuko no kram told to say bebrene wu. And this is the country we live in. It's we are Ghana here. All the policies and this is on my lunch, on my implementing in Yinano, and zero impact. National Apprenticeship Program. I could say, Mama, update your way. Zero impact. If I swap beer, zero impact. Now offer a Jumara program. So okay, I'm a program. I'm a lunch, a Jumara program. And no Sikano Modi edit 100 million Ghana cedis. A Jumara program, no 100 million Ghana cedis. I call West. This is the people in government. I'm gonna say, I'm the policies. Policies in trust you. Policies in trust. Ebio, I'm gonna say agriculture transformational agenda. And that's a program no. And I'll be young Kukon Kitten also. And Kukon Kitten na yamu to know. And this boy is not very Kukon. Ebio vegetable development program I could say. Okay. Ebio feed Ghana program I could say. Okay. Ebio Ghana grains development program I could say. When you know Greek minister Kopoku Kasa, you can say 1.5 billion a year Ghana cedis. And they do all this program. And Kukon Kitten ya 200 million Ghana cedis wom. And they make 200 million Ghana cedis ne ko waste. Mo waste the taxpayers' money. Omo dia ko kan Kukon ma ndisi fo na ko vin Kukon no. Ghana nyam fa so bia was ro. And na me no ka say unu say kan Kukon ba. Unu sa. Ya kan Kukon ba o, but nkofo e kukuru a whooping sums of money, 200 million Ghana cedis. O cedis no. Be 2 trillion. Hey, yeah, the sense can be good demo and go how.
Sassy can and Profondia and Kukonketan, yet be good share from premises and Kohama just a koje Monu Kaka Womachiano, Yakoji Kakaka, as an Escanbequa. This is the people. Ebio, Women's Development Bank, na kusi say. And what's I'm to say? Omuka say, I buy a ban, and you know. Programs where I'm able to win on my lunch will come, but impact is zero. Ebio, National Codex Program. Okay. Omukofa, ayi, Gogo, ayi bi no mode buy. Say, ayi, and no mode buy, Gogo, National Codex Program. And no siko mucha wa saying. 100 million Ghana cedis. Me ma catch Sam George. Say Sam George. Sa gogo e na a branch and the bab on say a Google program big any certificate about me and Google. Would be Zangana former mufa all this azum. And National Codex Program a zero impact. No. Tia say you will account for this money. You account for this money.
All right.
Say a Google bar certificate and no for free Google and I would be Zangana for there. Kai say a day of accountability, bema. National Codex Program. And information here saying the impact and then saying zero impact. Ebio, their almighty 24-hour economy. In 24-hour economy, nobody budget to me. They will come higher by 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy. No, and now him me kote I must say fuel station 268 or more they by 24-hour economy, and I'm say right na Nyankopo. This NDC government were running out of ideas. Or say filling station. Na filling station be bring you kruma. Ofa hojo run about e do abana do 1 2 3 ubenya fuel. Beba, ebi oba biom ha say ya. Ubenya bi. It filling station says NDC say 24-hour economy na filling station.
Okay.
Na uni made ba kwa twa Ghana phone to mu kran so say 24-hour market. And na President Mahama and na mo wa falan cruiser bako. And then the Crawford team, our Mafa Sophie, Alpha a pickers, Edinam, and a mobile bonds are say. You see 24-hour economy market. Only Bakwaya represent crowd as Antimemo. Oh, fast and was here. So, as I was market be one. Oh, quite, yeah. Now, if free market, no. Yes, I will call a year Alaba, a friend saying, a friend post office.
Okay.
Or Marco dream Crawford be dying or one in Negu. And I'm a year billboard bill say Yakako Sipon say you be see 24-hour economy market. And I make this time say now I'm not running out of ideas ana. Because as I was market yanis way a hono crampono ni penyine obi en ho sa market na nyafu. Stores ni be gugu. A ho cram market no form. It head na go dream for dan gu. E post office echi hono baby. Sem e ho na me ko see 24-hour economy market. Na ho no ukochichire nipa na audio mako gina wo say omonko to ade 24/7 ana.
Right, Naje, when I say Idris Tobo Parliament, Jeff, made a video be saying with Idris Tobo Parliament or send it in a day and then Kokono or no on Ray. Made a video be saying Jeff, Macho here in the Facebook guy or no so ne Nkonkit and Kitano or my Akasaka say power and I'm hono very interesting. Idris Tobo Parliament. But Facebook never heard Idris Tobo Parliament. Once I hear video no Rush Energy make for their mouse person who den any Idris Tobo Parliament go ni o any fie o any fie kama any wow Rush Energy me pacho be ojile be petroleum company limited and go for their bus Sansona sports water and also so insu a wono a ma uluku sporty o kan cost pa ni na won na go for ba Mike Vision Center baby a open CCTV cameras and now solar cameras open LED light ya kama pa their bomb by fee 4G network connectivity and Wi-Fi power there now Mike Vision Center 0554 559 810 and 0595 816 883 Kebes hair about chopi Kebes e bomb so tech haya or pay SHS graduate or pay juma aye or very hard working or bar ya or bet my juma hair shop mu na obi a presentable no etwa kama or bu ade na nanim so etie also or you be or tibe bi say tech for you come ko take and krono ene mia bemben no obetimi a application letter na da ban Shira FM and Love FM ha say front desk ho na bibia ko kama Kebes will bomb so ultimate hostel open Mubia for 0243 944 641 and 0200 231543. Okay. Ngo get ni nefe hwe Idris to parliament ni dey no wow. Okay, any come on osu brain here. Omo dizeze say wanyini omo free get. Me ba cho any come on what osu brain here. I osu so brain friend any come on. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Yes sir.
Na where there?
Erade adumo.
Ampratwum mo to ntaje.
Me she ho mini.
International Assembly man on Abuwan.
Okay.
Fancy to ya say me bo no way to pa.
Oh, okay. Ye chiobia.
Ye kan nyina ne say. Obi ka Abuwan che yo fa. So important so be social media. Ye di o man peni atem, ye di minister, ye di anfata amwa. Ki ahwani apena na ogibia amwa ye. We kana wu so otu. Maybe I'm penny friends of what so did that all and when this is for the other kafa. Then obi ko dey wan be na dey go 1 year. E dey any dey area. Masa dey any any. Then ka tell you dey come on. Na dey no see you no ya. O se for bu ko for dan ni ho ma wa so ta dey end. Na no ko for bu ka ti dey just before that. Na kafa ho. No ma any.
All right. That's 0322083581 and 0322083582 and 0322083583. Hello.
Over.
Good day.
Omi abema bakope. Melo be timo ko so. Over MPP ni oti omi so obema fa sabo na batima kwaje. Odi NDC ni na ko school yi papa nyakopo wo chira no. Anje no di no ko kopia of oti wa no point international lawyer trije. Asante regional assistant secretary no sotio. Over there dey ameka message Ghana yanye yi nyina fit NDC as a political party. NDC say NMSRE and go for that of to Obama NDC in this 21st century. Aya na yemobo. Etina Ghana for any year no because MPP power at the part Ghana be ko nanima. Ghana for year je mama say encheno you will see ade. Here san you will san fee. Here san ko to ya ba NDC dia ba tia san yachi. Be 20 years. Na say almost heavy be with your pansam. Na san MPP asan ba san be say. Etima yanko yanimo. I said me kromu for asa. Yetu ba koko ye ne yetu nyansa ko yeji ofa then that John Dramani Mahama ebe chef ebo 24-hour economy and na me no kasa 24-hour economy hu oba bia wase koko to fa me tro say ofia wotim no ayi obinya bi koko no obinya bi ofie ho na me fia metim okwada so a nipa ba kompo anya bi minim krofo a omuka so mo register say koko nketenkete na up to date obia ni one insaka bi and obviously I take am entity for and movie them 6 for one obia ebe accounted for the whole year and ye dey taxpayers money account to over 2 na je crack at 200 billion and 240 billion it is canon 2.4 trillion and ye kukuma NDC for so mon kofa enkoko enwi wo kroma then I put financial loss they fit than this.
Okay, me da say obi full so en Canada. Hello
abanyima che
mejo so Hamza
murumu na me won wa pombo for there
adumti
yeah. Everything we did. Now, I mean, Chamia and this yacht one, Nago Shana was Casta ye papa. Yana do Cabiana to go 1. I'm going to Chairman and Nakwasi. I mean, Shannon Nakwasi. Film and take time. I didn't move you and say, on one of film and take or Kono Post to be a form. But I was my shelf. I think ministers all letting good to or bad then. Now, the brother came in and said, obviously, and you say, the mama, was so much Raguma or the Okoya market. And I could saw you from one day, last Susano. I could know, come on, what is the language of the Bono, and what in them about you also want to know or 2 Pacunas or 1 in the Kunyaba, who about transfer, and who can want them. And one can want them, and going away a week. Yes, can say, at Namanu Yaku for the Tamino, the Tamino. Or you could come, I don't know. I saw now so much woman. Huh? Over 2 minutes, I'm not going to you what you say.
Okay, Obisun Kabi, Obisun Canada. Hello.
Yeah, good morning,
Good morning, oh, Jamal.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, Eddie Kamamita Professor, they were Alabi, and the chair of General Chairman, and he's a regional secretary. Now, Nigeria Cat, a by was very good for the now. See their cost of maybe just over time near Group about 1,200 and let's see an 500 and then the must be the boy a day. Oh, we are no who near Walker. Who but not a catcher say about the 200 and say, the first time I'm worried. Even for Mario call Mario Gune, you can now audit a year and I worry for the scap apple. You want more time, maybe $92 million. What you could do to America? I'm Pampa to America. Apart from saying, Manana with you, move good Dayak, Tiaka, walk. I was a boy, man, I didn't know. It's a money to be a Bunica. Go back to 20 Johnson, FIA. Because I'm a Cassan, one is 150. The night you better than Naka for the fight. I was a sensitive area, put me body. And so, Mobile G. One will do Adam, Cassan, I was sending some Ben and a it's a moment about the boom.
Okay, I'm who from so. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Upon the clinic, I was answering you.
It you.
Kasa, I'm a my farm, where the Ghana and pay. Me catch the MPP for say. I guess I'm about Hamuni, and you know about Bahan, and you know Ghana for you. Ghana for you, if I who so. Mama Bayano. Obia Huton. The one else, until before the Shara, saying a Yoman Koya, then soon we record them. I call Humana Moody Boom with a person. You see, I don't necessary. A swati. You see, Mamma was on your radio. You see, what I read is almost so harmony, and Mamma and your might be there, almost have a jack on any game. That was it.
All right, yes, we does also for yeah, hello.
And Ampratwum.
Hey, I'm a camera coming here, Radiadum.
But some two communications officer. No more money at Juma. Now, the Ampratwum there, Monsieur, there no chance to avoid Juma. Now, we tell no what's the channel for?
Okay.
You want to in the parent people in our honor. Now, I'm chairman with Jackman and Akwasi to maintain, and I want to board a Kupuku. Now, Ampratwum also a tip background, you know. What's our Tessan Kukusu?
Aye.
Aha. I'm quite a sort of my team, you know. A solely a corpse, and a formal layers. Kukurantumi Ketia, President John Money Mama Share Bono, and then I made the fear, Menya. Now, I'm saying last year, Shassiano. Now, and Kuko ever boo a system, Lumino, and a ma, Yena, who could have ATCD, who could have ATCD. Last year, I said, you have 70 ATCD now, and Kuko almost so 70 ATCD, because of some Kuko ever boo a system, Lumuntra. I think you find for about that police reality, and yet them people for the car. Near some people before Kaka said, your mama Bano, I say freedom of speech, you know, you're yelling that Quaco, you're yelling that Quaco see. Then I put you, what from her? Many will be that to show. Who be in a professional way. Not at all can be now for Quena di Atama. Yes, no more be a message system, no. Because I think before my getting nice reserve players, you know. Come on, command, I say, that your mama finished this with the help from moving back to my own.
Midasipa for Frozen Frey, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but you could be done with your physical.
Okay.
Yeah, me boy about power about you man the fire, Michelle. Let my papa Magana. Make it now, send this original chairman. No, be a team, be a submission. I can't make an answer. Don't find Pabo or the Fanta and this in the demand much. Inshallah said Ghana, what the Ghana, I mean, actually, what I said, Inshallah said Ghana, but funny to my prefer. Now, the culture Ghana for you now, Quackran says. In case, Yamia Dom, Nessa and the Saba Power, Ghana Bessa Bruchino, we don't catch you with Yakubu Mutendana for you. Yakubu Kovia, Yakubu Mutendana.
Okay, that's Yakubu. Me for last caller. Hello.
Hey, Ampratwum Bakupe.
Hey, what's your home?
Where that's it.
I go go. Me too catch it. I go go.
I will go Bakupe. Hey, you better know uncle. Yeah. Ampratwum. In terms of for the best year, over your parents of Baba before do about in Sheffield.
Oh, I see.
Then I make a machine the team Sheffield. Only present a power best time Sheffield for the Mwabatrano. Now, Mamincha Wau Nyodino Kwapia. Incoming Deputy Secretary, Beatrice, Francois. Ena DKM but on the next day the part for someone a basic agreement and I can say in fact the NDC minimum so by there because me ti NDC ni bianca on the next day 7 nko what me say what yes I'm on no say yes na yen country NDC for say
Ghana for omo do some person almost scam Ghana for ye scam ye wo ya dia ni show sir wo person wo tell Ghana for say wo buy and wo bo aduma pa at the proper nam so ma ye to abadema NDC for only 24-hour economy and I mean na eka what better be mu 1 year 7 months Ultimate year, but the beer for who I say, idea would they buy so the bed that Ghana was a young 12 man, which you know you will be. Unye. And now, Opesa was come Ghana 40. Wouldn't who they are so bona, the market, 24-hour market. There's a Ghana for empire, I didn't go for ye, say 24-hour economy now, casting a small barco, the Pommy and Sunday Bayano. With the market, and never come Ghana for the yellow bed that Ghana for because one how can say. I'm not money yet. You can't talk at a capa. Now the Kuku be attacked.
Fancy has say Gabi has say or the power sports Gabi need team the power sports the bro now who say Yankranko
yes or catch and I just say and penny focus and be says self to preoccupy
a pulse
moja eba omo fiti preoccupy and omo pretty free such here the eba
okay
it reach na MPP for now cause including Iraq and Japan almost criticize free such it was take it time in your legal framework no any operational rules no need to do to akoma 24-hour economy aba and the parliament et me pass 24-hour economy authority bill I mean no can say enrich ya na the okay and enrich ya na eba ya omo say most of the institutions no DVL mo master come 24-hour economy that but I mean no can say there are some
Gabi babo me o
also fiti preoccupy pa osia na moja ne bebo okay na do danko akufuado opposition o champion the free SHS se me ba me de beba na akufuado e ba ye the first year 2017 okay my declaration no declare say we siko ye ni siko ye now but President Mahama in 2025 there was no budgetary allocation for 24-hour economy.
Meda sipi ye desi ha se medine na nakwa Ampratwum me do he no anya dia we konso he me radia domo next week ye besan so aba besomo metim nyina Kwame Alsina na Jeff wo nyina boyechi dom sa so na production team headed by Okuku Asanka Boyoyo nom obibia radia domo ye besan so next week Gabi e wa ha say power sports omo de to aso